Listen. Yeah. Yes, God. Oh. Get that out of there. Hey everybody, it's your boy Matty Rants. Thank you so much for tuning into the channel. We have a special guest with us today, all the way from Canada. It's Wilma Fingerdoo. We're going to get to her once we get the rest of the cast out the way. I kid you not, y'all. I literally just sliced my finger. A whole mess in my bathroom as I'm trying to get ready for this. As you can see, my whole finger is wrapped up as best as I kid you not. 5 minutes ago, right before this started, I'm like, oh my God, this is not happening. I have my baby here today. My finger, it's okay. When I tell you the adrenaline started rushing, I was like, baby, I have a show to do. Cleaned it. I called Mimi Cherry. Cleaned it. Put a little Neosporin on it. Wrap that sucker up. We'll deal with her later. Okay? Because we going to talk today, but I grabbed a razor by accident while I was digging through my stuff in the bathroom, child. Oh, Lord have mercy. So pray for me today because we're clearly starting this off on some craziness. Yes, my finger do hurt. See what happens, Wilma? What you doing, girl? Give me some Fingerdoo. Listen, we're going to talk about RuPaul's Drag Race today, season 14, UK versus the world, and also we got a Drag Race France announcement today, and we're going to do that with the panel as well as our special guest, Wilma Fingerdoo. Now, it's your boy, Matty Rants. Yes, this hurts. Catch me at MattyRants everywhere except for Twitter, which is at the MattyRants. And you can find me in Linktree. Grab a branch, eat some fruit, Activia, go poot. Better yet, grab a Band-Aid, wrap it up, keep this sucker up. I'm telling you. Listen, I'm your baby tonight. My finger fucking hurts. You can catch me on Patreon for those reactions. Of course, it's $1 for just a month just to watch me react to all the shows that we review. And if you want to go ahead and tip your brother downstairs below, PayPal.me/MattyRants, Cash App $MattyRants, Venmo Matty-Rants. Yeah, I'm going to be going to get some more Band-Aids a little bit later, as well as cleaning supplies. But yes, thank you so much for being here, everybody. I appreciate everybody for showing up. Look at this. Maddie is injured, so y'all better behave in these comments. I don't have time for it today because let me tell you something. I'm a professional. Okay, I still show up. Fingers cut, but I got to show up today. Listen, this is chopped. All right. All right. We got all my good babies are up in here today. I'm going to start with my original co-host first and go down the line, and then I'm going to get our special guest up in here. And I also want my people to mention their cash apps as well and other stuff in case the Rant Pack wants to bless you with a little something, something, okay? We have a lot to talk about because Lord Jesus. Listen, y'all know him for a good gray eye, a good lock or two. Black Jesus, if you will, because he's so peaceful, successful. He is successful more than the rest of us, apparently. It's Jamar 84.
Greetings and salutations. Hello. How are you, friend?
Hi.
Well, other than the obvious.
Yeah. Listen, I'm running on adrenaline. Adrenaline. Thank goodness I had, a little bit of that indica before this so we can numb the pain down. You know what I'm saying? Okay, Jamar. Thank you for being here, friend. Social medias for us, please. Things that are happening for you today.
So you can catch me on social media, Instagram, YouTube, Twitter, all at Jamar84, with the exception of TikTok, which is Jamar840. Coming up March 16th, support Black business.
Come on.
Releasing my first palette on L'Exquisite.com. More information about that on my Instagram and in my Instagram bio. Also, Wesley dropped the trailer for the Online Dating for Men show that's going to be on the 16th as well. Also on Instagram, so y'all go check it out. Great stuff coming. Can't wait for y'all to see.
Awesome Blossom. Thank you so much for being here, Jamar. All right. Next up down the line, I'm going to, he went on vacation. I'm going to do him last. He was on vacation last time. I'm going to get C Diggy later. Listen, there's a shoulder to lean on. a brick wall in the back, a coffee mug indeed, a PhD or two. Listen, someone asked this shoulder boo. It's the Dooley. Look at that's the order I was going. Dooley. Underscore noted. Chop me, friend. Chop me. I mean, you did. You low key did.
It's okay. I'll be duly noted 84 today.
Duly noted 84.
Since your new name is the successful 84, I'll take duly 84.
I thought it was ASMR 84, which is
you're right.
ASMR 84.
ASMR. It was
ASMR 84. This one curl is gonna be curling.
Your
today.
girl just woke up from a nap. I needed my coffee. I was like, okay, we got people to talk to today.
Listen, wake me up before you. I know one point, once I get Wilma in here, I'm going to step away for 5 minutes for y'all to chat so I can put some more pressure on my hand and get some coffee myself because, caramba. But yes, duly, social medias for us, please.
Yeah, y'all can find me on Instagram at duly noted as presented below for all of my content, or duly does food just for food pics. Like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me over at YouTube at duly does food, and then Twitter is _duly noted _.
Awesome. Thank you so much, Dooley, for that. I need to stay hydrated here after I lost so much blood. Let's go ahead and get to the next person here. Yeah, I got cut. I was like, why, God? Why? He's like, this is your test. Okay, so this.
All right, Job.
Thank you. Someone's got to get through this. You know, the Christian. Now, there's a blue wall behind him, as well as some shade to speak. Not a palm tree in his house, but coffee table teas. He got it from Z Gallery. It's Blakeisha.
Greetings and salubrious salutations, friends. How are we this evening?
Hello.
Fabulous. Starting up this panel for the challenge this week is what we're doing. Oh, yes.
Exciting.
Blake, do you want people to find you, or can I move on to the next person?
You can find me on Instagram at RivalryB or barf_1, BARPH_1, or Twitter at BARPH86.
Awesome blossom. Thank you, Blakeisha. Now, heading on over to New York, Street Fighter style, across a plane with low-key Nintendo 64, Super Nintendo graphics, giving you a tall bit of shade over there with Alexander Rogers in New York. It's actually, Alex is in San Francisco. I keep forgetting, child. It's C-Diggy1.
Hi.
See, this hand being cut has lost my mojo for this introduction to today. Hey, Chris, how you doing? Who's on your shirt here, babes? Oh, that's Scarlet Witch. My bad.
Yeah, okay. Leading the Darkhold.
Well, we appreciate it. Okay. Hey.
Feels great to be back. I'm not going on vacation until the 18th, so
Well, thank you for telling us your schedule now, in case anyone asks in the comment section where he is at. By the way, how was New Orleans for Mardi Gras?
It was amazing. We haven't had Mardi Gras in 2 years. And I just want to shout out to one fan who gave me a coconut in the Zulu parade. She was a fan of my show. And then she gave me this.
Oh,
that's cute.
So special. Listen. Right? Don't throw that at nobody, even though it looks like it could hurt somebody. Okay.
Oh, right.
I mean, Chris did it in his room with the coconut. I'm just playing. Now, Chris, social medias for me, please.
Yeah, so you can follow me on Twitter and Instagram. It's CDiggy1. On YouTube, where I do housewife reviews. CDiggy1. I do pop roast Alexander Rogers. You can find that on his channel or Spotify and Apple. Oh yeah, and Cash App is $CDiggy1.
See, he's the only one that remembered. Thank you so much.
I forgot.
I totally forgot.
I did forget.
Thank you, Casey. I appreciate you. See, I have it in my title of my name. Do you understand what I'm saying?
That's what I'm going to start doing.
That's what God works.
Right. Let me go ahead and drop it in there.
Just put it in your face. Well, that's what they say.
Yes, put it in my face.
Thank you. Yes, thank you, C-Diggy1. Now, I have missed you. Da 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 da. All the way up in Canada. I did not like season 2, being honest. No, listen, fellow Drag Race reviewer, awesome blossom, special friend to again. I love her so very much. We're bringing on Miss Wilma Fingerdoo. What did that finger do? I don't know. Wilma will do. Hey, Wilma.
I'm freezing up here in Canada.
Freezing. Take some of this heat, please. We don't know what to do over here in the States.
Is it a dry heat, Maddie? Because I can't do the wet.
No, it's the wet. It's quite.
It's raining.
I just have one little question. What are you doing with scissors in the bathroom? Were you trimming stuff up? What's going on?
Okay, now they weren't scissors. It was a razor blade, and I forgot.
Okay.
I was rushing, and I have these two like little cubbies that I have set up. This is for hair. This is for face. Da, 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 da. And I had my music going. You know, I was getting ready, listening to my my gay music.
And we know how calm and collected you are when your music's playing.
Not at all. Not at all. I am quite on the Zodiac with that one. Wilma, welcome back. Your makeup is fabulous today. This eye is giving. Okay, some of the girls can take notes on the show. Well, she's not on anymore. Okay, excuse me. We'll get to her later. I did include eliminating contestants' looks this week for the girls that posted, for everybody that asked. But Wilma, please give us your social medias. Tell us where we can follow you and your tip jar.
All right. Well, I have to look it up because I never follow myself. But on Instagram, it's the Wilma Fingerdoo with 2 O's. And there's my link tree on Instagram that has my PayPal link if you're interested. There's also W Fingerdoo with 2 O's for Twitter. And then for YouTube, which is where I live, it's the Wilma Fingerdoo with 2 O's review.
Fabulous. Thank you.
But if you Google Wilma Fingerdoo, I'm really the only one that shows up. The only one that matters.
Well, can you imagine the other Fingerdoo? I mean,
there's one in Britain, and we've been getting messages from, I've been getting her fans' messages, and she's been getting mine. And then there's a Wilma Ball Drop in Britain, and I don't know who the heck she's related to.
Ball Drop. Wilma. Okay.
Wow.
That's fact.
Well, my name wasn't always going to be Wilma Fingerdoo, but you can't say Wilma Assbleed on TV.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
Unless it's UK versus the world. There we go. Wilma also has our link tree that I put in the description, everybody. So if you want to just press that one little button right there and then get all the fabulousness that is the due of fingers.
Yeah.
There you go, right there.
I curate that too. I only keep the more current reviews. I realized one day I had 30 links, and it was well, I have to calm down.
See, listen, that's about me with my emails, okay? They can't find me. They can't find me. No. 500 plus in the room. We thank you so much for being here today. I believe we are going to start, if I am correct in my assumptions here, with UK versus the world, if I remember how I put this slide together, because, well, things happened and decisions were made and, lots of other stuff. Let's take a look and
burn
see
it
what
down. Burn it down.
Not burn it down. What I'm going to do with this one, y'all, just to start us off, this is all for entertainment purposes. Please don't take anything to heart. These are just opinions from everybody on this panel. Please make sure you support us on our own pages, as well as, once again, do not take this to heart. One more time. And that's just me with the face. I don't even have to say words on that one. That's just stop. Okay. Now I'm going to go ahead and just sort of narrate this through and then ask everyone individually as we go. Because really, I want us to get to the runway because honestly. But Blue made a decision to send Pangina home. She was a little shooken up by the decision that was taking place. Bag of Chips reveals they also were going to send Pangina home. Wilma, I need your opinion on this. Was that a surprise?
I was very impressed that Blue did that. She's one of the younger queens. We knew from episode 1 that she really is a fan of Pangina's. And I have to say, I clutched pearls. There's two things. I was shocked she did it, but I'm also glad she did it because when an unexpected elimination happens, that's great TV. Mm-hmm. I'm not saying it has to be likable TV. But that's the TV no one's expecting. When Jimbo went home, I clutched pearls. Now, I'm not the biggest fan of Jimbo, no offense. She's Canadian, I'm Canadian. But I thought she was going to be top 4. And when she went, I'm like, oh! And I have to say, part of me was very impressed with Pangina for doing that too. But yeah, the TV that it creates, because it's unexpected. We've had kind of a cookie cutter rut with Drag Race
for 2 years.
Yeah.
Talk about that. Dooley, you always speak on that note into the decision that Blue made, but also Bag of Chips with this terrible fucking wig. where she was like, it was going to be justice for Jimbo. Where were you at when that was displayed?
This.
Go on.
Like I've had such a difficult. I had such a difficult time watching last episode. Like it just like I hear what Wilma is saying, and like to a degree, I absolutely agree with you. It just feels like all the joy from this show has just been sucked out, and like I have to like finish to just for the sake of completion. It feels weird to me that Juju went around despite like not giving her. She gave a cute maybe like 43% the entire time and has made it to the end. I feel like they've been trying to force bag of chips down our throat since episode 1. She hasn't really given a lot. So for this to be the last girls, it just feels so odd to me.
It's a little bit of bag of air.
It's just weird. Yeah.
I mean, based on the cinching, it's a bag of air. Jamar, any thoughts in reference to this?
So what made this enjoyable for me was I think Blue had went over to Mo and was like, what would you have done if you were me? Or would you have made the same decision that I would have? And Mo was like, honestly, yes. And our confessional was, you don't really know what you would do, watching at home until you're in this situation, in the competition, investing your money, trying to win. And if you have an opportunity, because this is what I would have wanted Detox to do in All Stars 3. This is what I wanted Shangela to. Well, I mean, All Stars 2. Excuse me. This is what I wanted Shangela to do in All Stars 3 of getting rid of the winner when you had a chance, but they didn't. So now we get to kind of see a scenario as to if someone were to do that, how would this go?
Well, okay. I'm here for all of that. Listen, we're gonna get to what the Maxi challenge is, which is them having to sing a song that RuPaul is promoting, which is already the grand prize.
Right.
Right. So Living My Life in London is the title track, and they must compose their own verses and create their own choreography to then present to the judges on the main stage. This is the 5th episode out of 6. See, Diggy, time wasted, or wow, I can't wait to see what this turns out to be like.
Definitely time wasted. Just like how Dooley was saying, like it sounds like y'all are so disappointed with this season. So I had to skip this episode. I would love to like rate the runways with y'all though.
See, Diggy won, ladies and gentlemen. You wasted your turn, is what you did. You wasted your turn. That's what you did.
Garnish those wages.
Talk about wasted.
Not garnish her wages.
Drag Race America is like just enough for me right now.
Oh, the 2 hours of complete just
2 hours
and 45 minutes.
Nobody going home either. So yeah.
Oh, honey, get ready because we gonna
19 fucking episode. The next 3 episodes gonna be real extra, y'all. I hope y'all just get y'all shit together.
So listen, now they got to write their scripts. We're over here with 1/3 of Little Mix, and this was a fun little segment. Of course, we realized that Janie Jacquet didn't understand that if you can't sing, just rap, because that will be your saving grace. The determination to sound flat.
After last week's episode of US, I felt a way, particularly with George's. They pivoted to make George's look really, really well during the episode. And that clearly did not give Janae Jacquet the same grace here.
Well, she is from Holland, and this is UK versus the world. So why be NATO in this moment?
Come on, NATO.
That was a little too close to home right now.
It was.
Okay. That was a doom. Now, Matt. Okay, sorry. Okay, listen. Moving forward, look at Monique being in America. Oh, let me. Okay, look. Okay, now move on. That Biden right there, not doing nothing. So listen, the choreography part had Monique wanting to hit every beat while everybody else was sort of trying to figure out what to do with their feet. Wilma, where were you at in this situation, say with Bag of Chips looking like, well, what are we supposed to do here?
I don't understand Bag of Chips. There's a level of her.
Oh, yes.
There's a level of her that I feel that because she's shown up, her work is done. And maybe in a pub, that's right.
Sounds like
But this is
entitlement.
television, and I just don't see what she thinks she's doing for her reputation and her future career by coming off like such a pill and entitled little spoiled thing in the corner.
Wearing a
I've
sweatshirt
got
that says
this, I've got
happiness.
that. I don't, I just show up for the work. It's like, well, good for you that you're getting the call, but keep this up and that phone's going to stop ringing.
Mm.
I
Thank
know
you,
that's
Wilma.
right.
Well put. Well put. I think that
It just
wrapped that
breaks
up
my heart
there.
because I think when she shows off, she does it beautifully. But not everything's going to be for her. Now, in the real world, yeah, she's going to say no to gigs. She's going to say, I'm not doing that. And that's fine. That's her choice. But this isn't the real world. This is RuPaul's Drag Race. And for 10, 12 weeks, however long it is, this is the tea. You're doing this, and here are the hoops, and, get your jumping shoes on.
Exactly. This is the
It just
game.
breaks my heart. And also, I wonder what kind of message that sends to the fan base that is younger, that sees her maybe getting preferential treatment with that crappy attitude.
Ooh.
And that piss poor drag on that she's been giving the past couple episodes.
It's always about the children.
Oh, well, they
the
say
sausage
that.
roll that she's giving every episode.
Listen,
Yeah.
no, it's just been a little bit hokey pokey, turn yourself around, and that's what it's all about.
Yeah.
Now moving forward and on, a conversation about sobriety was great, necessary, and needed between these two. It did give some humanization to Bag of Chips here because I didn't know this much of their story. And then getting into a conversation over conversion therapy with Monique Hart, which I related to because I had to go through my own form of that growing up myself, especially with the church that I was in, and my own sister, not my younger, but my older sister bamboozling me one time, girl, thinking I'm going for some service, and it was a prayer service.
So sorry.
Yeah. So when I hear those stories, like when we talk about these moments, it's important because a lot of people, of course, are dealing with these things, and sometimes we hide these moments too. And hearing a conversation about being worthy enough is always great. Monique Hart, they've been playing you this season. Now this is where I got to go. Jamar, I'm starting with you. How do you think Mo Hart has been treated this season in terms of the judging in reference to other queens who say have been safe maybe 1, 2, 3 episodes too many?
Child. Mo has been probably one of the most consistent, especially on the runway. Like, she's had some that are better than others, but I think she's been the most consistent on the runway in the challenges she's done. For the most part, she's done exceptionally well, but but I do feel like they're kind of just passing her along in favor of other queens for storyline purposes.
Okay. Blake, I see a counter nod. I'd love to hear the point.
I mean, so I want to agree, but I think being reflexive about Mo's performance, I honestly think that maybe she's gotten what is actually she's supposed to get. I think in this particular episode, I do think she got a little bit played to the left because we will discuss the lip sync when we get to that point.
Okay.
But thinking about what she's given so far, I'm just like, it's great, but like other people edged her out when they needed to edge her out.
Okay. This is my Libra point, everyone. See? Bow, bow, ba, ba, da, 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 da. Now, with Mo, in my opinion, I think she's done wonderfully on the runway to make up for any bad runway she's done. And if you remember her mermaid cartwheel spin, it's really, we've come a long way. Now, RuPaul, this season hasn't been the best for me, but I think this is one of the better looks that she's worn on the show. I love this dress. I love a classic silhouette from her. I think this wig is absolutely right. The makeup is done.
Gorgeous.
Yes. So welcome back, sister. We appreciate you for getting off the corner because you've been working. All right.
I don't know how much control she has on her face with Raven doing it. Like, if I'm sure that if she said paint me green, she'd paint her green, but like it seems to always be that signature face, and I'm not sure how tied to that face RuPaul is. But when she does veer off of it and let Raven play with color, because she's stunning, she's stunning, and this was such a good makeup look. I was so impressed.
She's a good canvas. It's always the outfit for me where I have to take a pause with her because I'm like, so what are you doing today? And
Yeah.
why are there 3 dresses combined into one?
I want to know what Zaldi has against her. Naked pictures where the bodies are buried. I want to know because you got to stop.
He's had some nice things, but it's been lately. It's been a couple of shotgun weddings, and not the ones that Kanye and Kim last. Oh,
Lord Jesus.
Yeah, they got kids. I'm like, lady, you had kids with that man. Let's continue forward here. Now, Michelle Visage, forever young.
Yeah.
Gotta love her. Gotta love her. Michelle does look really good here.
Her
too.
face is snatched.
Her face, I want more hair. I want more hair on the top of the head. It looks like.
Oh, that's not her hair. That's the elastic bands.
Holding it together. Well, something holding it together. Now, our favorite Keebler elf, Graham Norton, is on the panel as well, taking time away from his treehouse, giving us the best that he's got with his fudge cookies. God bless you, Graham. I was thinking about you at the grocery store today. Now, Jay Thirlwall from Little Mix is here. Gotta love this outfit from her. She's from Little Mix.
Interesting.
You don't know Little Mix?
I know
Not
Little
Fifth
Mix.
Harmony.
I just don't know them individually.
Yeah, because
Well-
you never it's the one girl that's blackfishing and then the group. You never know
Well, this is not the one that did that. I was told. I was confused. They all look the same to me.
They
except for that
do.
one in the middle. I'll be real with you.
They look like Bratz dolls.
They do look like Bratz
They
dolls.
do.
Now available in your KB toys.
That's
But
still
yeah,
around.
I don't know. I just mean something. Tomorrow. I could have said Suncoast videos for all I care.
Funkoland.
No, she was a hoot. Moving forward, the song. I'm sorry, Blue Hydrangea. I didn't mean to do this to you, but baby, that was the face you were making for the first half of the song. I kid you not, Wilma and everybody else. Like literally the first 15 seconds, I was like, "What is this face?"
Yeah.
I mean,
But-
she stood out. There's Janae right next to her in the shadow.
Point made. Point made.
Oh, all right. Let's talk about these performances themselves. So I thought the song was terrible, but let's just get into each and everybody's everything. Now, Bag of Chips looks awful, but
Awful.
their song was good. Juju B looks like she finally woke up just a tad bit, and I do mean a tad bit. But their report was pretty good. Wilma,
What is she wearing?
I was gonna say, does that not look like something that would have been for the picnic challenge for All Star
Yeah.
5?
And why has nobody yet again told her wig is too far back on her head?
I mean, it's white, but there's no red or blue, except for her wig, which was way too far back on her head.
yeah,
It's such a fall from grace, man.
I mean,
Right?
listen, it's
She
a
looked
shotgun
great,
house,
but not for this.
It's just
Is
a
that
shot.
the same outfit that Raja wore for the finale of All Star 6? Just without the shoulder pads?
Ooh, I would have to go back and see.
That would take a Google search. That
I'd
I
have to look.
This finger.
Because
hurt.
remember we talked about her looking like a picnic table then too. For this is my country.
It's like, Ginger, you're cooking.
Raja
You're
didn't
cooking
have
down.
that. Yeah, Raja didn't have that. They had the little the different kind of wig, the Mary J. Blige, that one, a bended knee, and not NFL. Now, before I get to Monique, I'm gonna go over to Janie Jacquet before we forget this baby over here.
Ooh.
Auto Tune could not save you today, and God bless you for being there, though. God bless you. You get a ribbon. Get a ribbon.
She sounded way better than she did in the studio. I mean, I was impressed.
Okay.
Listen, that's the same people that worked on RuPaul, Wilma. Okay. Okay. Blue, I enjoyed. But my sister sometimes is stiff for me, and it's really hard to get into. So I have a difficult time following her rhythm because sometimes it's just a little bit a dime. Short, not a quarter, not any of that. Michael versus Miguel, thank you for the super chat. Sorry, panel, I can't stay. I just wanted to stop and say hello to everyone. I follow you all because of Maddie, #RantPack. Thank you, Michael versus Miguel. Have a good day, baby. Now, Monique Hart, I hate this wig, but Monique Hart. Listen, I like the cut. I just don't like the color of piss. I don't like that color. Like, I had too much asparagus. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Oh
It is a dirty
no!
yellow.
It's dirty pop. But I enjoyed Mo's verse the most.
Yeah.
I enjoyed her. I thought she did a really good job.
Yeah.
Ryla, you have a super chat. Why is Juju's dressed like a Oompa Loompa? Oh, you just talking about the tan, baby.
Yeah.
Listen.
What do you get when you guzzle down sweets?
I have to say, I'm surprised Michelle didn't call her out, because when you look at them all, she stands out, and not in a great way. And I'm not trying to diss Juju, but it's a great look on her. It's just not for this challenge.
But are you surprised that Michelle didn't call her out? Really, Wilma?
I'm surprised by a lot of things. You'd be surprised.
I think this was this is the complete transaction for appearing on Queen of the Universe.
Yeah.
It was like, okay, bitch, we gonna let you ride, but you gotta show up and sing a song.
Michelle has very selective hearing with her opinions.
They're holding on to her passport.
Listen. We will use you here, and you will not win again, because I don't see it. But on to the runway, and I did
fugly. This is fugly. I hate
Horrible.
it, girl.
I did include
Damn.
queens that were eliminated. Come on, y'all. I did include the queens that were eliminated. Bag of Chips is up first. This is a Van Gogh. I said Van go home.
That part.
This is horrifying.
This is not it. I hate it.
In my review, I said that the flower pot, looked like Winnie the Pooh's honey pot.
It does.
Yeah.
It does.
But like in a nightmare setting, like in Bag of Chips pops out and says much better, and then Winnie the Pooh like dies and Christopher Robin goes through a depression. Like possibly that would be just a look.
She looked more like a piranha plant than anything.
Don't you do? No, we like Piranha Plant. That's not a Smash Brothers.
I do
That's
not.
not a Smash
No, I
Brothers. I do not.
No, I don't.
Listen.
And it gets worse and worse. Like the closer you get, it's just
Not it, girl.
disgusting.
Not it.
The only good thing about this outfit on Baga is that her hip pads, which she puts on her thighs, she looks like a speed skater.
Wilma.
She got to pull those things up a little higher. Or she's the most deformed human being on the planet. I don't know which it is.
Oh goodness. Oh, like our favorite non-spicy boudin, bag of chips here.
That's true.
Goodness gracious. Just a sausage stuffed with rice, honey. I can't.
Y'all going in.
So blue hydrangea is next.
Was it not
here.
ugly?
I'm like, wait. See, Chris, this is what happens when you don't watch the episode.
Well, no, I mean, just like there's some redeeming things. Like the hair and makeup is nice, and you get the reference.
Well, you know what? See, Diggy, thank you for that.
I'm
Ma'am.
going to be fair and balanced here.
That's
Ma'am.
okay. That's fine. That's fine. Made my whole finger hurt just talking that lie. Woo.
Giving these
I know,
GoFundMe
baby.
points.
Okay.
Boo.
Wilma here for the violence. She came ready to play today, Hormone.
I'm wearing a cup.
Okay, so Blue is up next. What did we think of this look, which was supposed to be Picasso, but everybody else gathered her because it was really another artist that she
Is
sort
she
of more
obsessed with Marge Simpson?
the wigs, the tall wigs, the
Because
lows.
it looked more like a Matt Groening drawing than Picasso.
It was the shoe for
It
me.
looks very Mondrian to me. Like this is not Picasso.
Yes.
It was the shoe for me.
Yeah,
thought
the,
it was
the
a
shoe
wine-
kills it.
Oh
Horrible.
yeah, that's not a good shoe.
Horrible. Like
Y'all don't get Amy Winehouse from this?
I thought it was Andy Warhol. I definitely did.
No.
no.
Amy Warhol.
It's much more Mondrian meets Picasso.
Yeah,
Mhm.
it was more Picasso from the back. Which,
Mondrian.
who doesn't love that?
Abstract from the back.
Listen, someone painted her. Okay, but well, she's asking for it. But you know what? Hey, Blue, I know you watched. Hey, sister. It was. Here's my edit for this. Had it not been all that fabric,
Yeah.
it probably would have been less offensive had you had a better shoe. No, you needed a better shoe, not had you. You needed a better shoe. And
Well,
the
even-
wig, I agree.
Even she said that she didn't go with a literal Picasso painting, and I feel that that's probably where she went wrong.
Exactly.
If she'd had more of a guide to stick to.
Because right now this
Yeah.
is duvet cover. Yeah.
Yeah, that's a lot of fabric.
It's very California king size. Yeah. in a
Yeah.
That's
tacky
more
house.
fabric than Baga brought for the whole season.
And talent too. Okay, well,
Ooh.
listen,
well.
Scoops only
there it
there for
is.
Snatch Game. All right,
There it
but
is.
we'll push it forward. Janae Jacquet did Andy Warhol. Yes, and this
I liked this.
was
You
the Marilyn
I
Monroe pop art.
did.
I wish the wig had been bigger.
Yeah.
It was
It
the
also-
attitude.
It looked muddy. There was some detailing in the wig and on her face that, like, some of the lines on her face were just kind of. I think it needed to be a little more specific. But I liked it. I knew who she was right away.
But not Wilma Diggy one.
In the garment of it all, like, why is it not cinched in? Like, I mean, we know Marilyn for body and figure, and like this is like you de-dragged Marilyn Monroe and like made her pink. Like, I get the reference. It just is. It didn't hit for me.
I mean, smile something, girl.
Yeah, presentation was weird for me.
Yeah.
I didn't understand the. And I was like, oh, okay, is this America's Next Top Model? And you're going home this week. Like, what's going on here? Don't leave it up to Tyra. But I still liked it for what it's worth. I was like, okay, cool. I know exactly the reference.
Yeah.
This is a lot of work on the face. But there were small details that needed to be done. And that a good, just pull it in. Because it would have really gave it something. Yeah,
She
just
looked comfortable, and that always worries me with her.
she was sitting down and just finished the makeup, forgot the rest. Like, oh, we're going to the main stage. Absolutely. Thanks, Janie. Now, Jujubee, where was this for the entirety of the
entire
whole season?
No kidding.
Girl.
So this is Art Deco versus an actual. And she said this was inspired by Loris von Herpen.
Yeah,
I believe yes. But for me, it's a light crystal light, possibly zero sugar Gatorade interpretation of that for me personally.
Carbonated water.
Very that. Okay, very that. Seltzy.
It's a White Claw.
It's okay for me, but I thought her face was stunning.
Yeah.
And I love the headpiece. I love the hair. I just thought there's this random shiny fabric in the middle, and there's a lot of flow after that. So
I mean, I see the Iris Van Herpen inspiration in the pleating, but it's Iris is a lot more sculptural than this, and this feels very Heavenly Bodies, you know, like
There was a Botticelli quality. I thought, yeah, it looked a bit like a Botticelli painting. And I thought at first that, oh, she's copied something. I just don't know what it is. And then I like that Graham Norton said, you know, it may not be a piece of art, but it should be, you know, because it's stunning.
Well, we're happy she finally showed up.
Yeah, well,
that part.
Semi-final, she shows up.
Right.
Yeah. Just like
She's
Baga
like,
showed
well, girl,
up.
I'm here. I guess I'll try this week.
You know, something had to give. Now, Monique Hart.
Oh,
goodness gracious!
I love this.
Why that brown shoe though?
I did
it's
not.
part
It's in the painting.
It's in the painting.
Okay, so that must
she
be
did
a
like
reference.
the full interpretation. Like Sagittaria did this for España, but like a different version of it versus how this is like on, like spot on.
Yeah, she really went right to it and pulled it off the wall. Yeah.
It was a fabulous little runway presentation with this lavender look with the arms holding the heart, and then we had
glad it opened. And then at the end, she took the whole thing off. So she thought about that.
Yeah, there was time spent with this one. Like she really gave it what she was supposed to give.
Yeah, with the extra arms wrapping around her and on her arm, I knew, and she was another one. The minute she stood out, I knew exactly who she was.
Once again, Monique.
I like it, but I think the details matter, and I think there are a couple details here that are just not quite finished. Like the hands are like you have to really look closely to see the hands.
Yeah,
like
that's true.
The fit doesn't really it doesn't flatter her form in a really nice way that we've seen like fit flatter Mo. And so like it's like baggy and loose. Like I don't love it, but I don't hate it.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you, Blake, for showing up today. And, you know, just being honest. We love you. Blake, you can find him nowhere. All right, so let's see here. Okay. Now, We had somebody by the name of Lemon, possibly Orange, Lime. I don't know. Gasaba Melon.
Parfait.
Yep, there we go. Listen, little parfait, little white parfait.
Degas ballerina.
Yeah,
Little white parfait.
there you go. Wasn't gonna be red, bitch. Okay.
Little white
Less filling.
parfait.
Like McDonald's, I miss those. Please bring that back. The parfaits were everything.
Oh, they were great.
But I thought this was a beautiful outfit.
Yeah.
But I left it there because I would have been like, honey, this had been semifinals and you came with this, I'd have looked at you crazy. But it's gorgeous.
Yeah.
I would have got the reference immediately.
Absolutely.
Now, who do I have up here next? I believe it's Jimbo. With Candace Owens covering the titties.
Miss Owen.
I had to put something vulgar up there to cover the vulgarity of the big breasts since YouTube flagged me the last time I had a breastplate.
I'm still stunned by that, Maddie. I think that's crazy.
Well, it gives me time to just find funny faces to put on big things, right? So we got, this is actually stunning. I would I mean, she would have lost the lip sync,
Yeah.
but you know, this is fabulous.
Yeah.
This is
Once
gorgeous.
again, just
But yeah, that queen knows what the runway's all about.
Absolutely.
I need her to be a judge on Canada's Drag Race, honey, or something.
Please.
For runways purposes only. Don't even have to have it.
Yeah.
Now, Pangina went
Oh,
there.
This is phenomenal.
Pangina
wow.
went
Of course. Of course.
You put this look up next to bag of sunflower trash.
That part. that.
I have more art right now on my body than back then.
there. Listen, I've got more art right here. This live sign, this old stuffed cat. This old stuffed cat, honey. Listen. Pangina already knows what time it is. This is everything. A full body representation with the mask off gives this very clean silhouette. She was like, this wasn't actually inspired. An art, like a piece of art. It was more so inspired by art through fashion. So I was like, okay, but I think it just was a really great look versus a work of art. But yeah. Pretty amazing.
Yeah.
Now, moving into the territory of judging, which was, of course, always interesting and fun, we finally had the Americans win one. This was, it was like Holland and Thailand were having a good time, and then the UK finally came up and said, nah, we're going to have to send y'all home. And then here come the USA at the last minute, as usual. It's always good to be in America.
Allegedly.
So that means that whoever's in the bottom is a bag of chip, a blue hydrangea, and a pink Janie. Okay. Now
I've had that.
A pink Janie.
Yeah, it's not an easy. It hurts.
It hurts. I heard it spreads wide. Listen now. It's a flesh-eating bacteria, everybody. No, I'm just kidding. I guess baggage. I can't look at this. Look at this. Look at this. Look at the heel. Look at Madam. I'm just realizing this is a different color.
Yes.
This right here is a whole other color. Are you for real?
Girl, she's got highlighter yellow, old gold, new gold, and like
old gold,
rolled gold.
Like this
roll gold. Come on,
Horrid.
Cash for gold. Okay, there we go. Listen, I can't.
Fool's gold.
Suspicious. Do you see? Look, you were right there with me, girl. I don't have the time for this. Listen, Mo and Jujubee could have made decisions like sending, Blue home, like RuPaul said. Live by the
I
sword.
thought she was going.
I
thought they were going to send her.
I would have done it.
I would have done it too.
But wait, wouldn't that, because the show is called UK versus the world, not UK versus America. And now that's just what it is. Like,
yeah, but Becca still could have been there. She could have she would have done great.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. She would have done a really good job.
Word.
Just like how if it had been a lip sync for your life situation towards the end, Jimbo would have won it all. Since everybody was mad. And I love Jimbo down, but let's be very clear. Okay. You saw that lady weeble wobble and fall down. Okay. Several times. Wait, I'm so mad. Piece 2, Mateo. Bagga looks like a cosplaying fan at DragCon. Well,
you know what?
True.
You know what? If that's what she wears for her booth, there you go. This wasn't funny. So here comes Mo and here comes Juju B looking like they're ready to battle for the first time I've seen on this show since its entirety of running.
I thought Juju looked so good.
It's about time, huh? It's like, okay.
I think that was her plan. To really like just be very mediocre off the top and then bring out these slightly elevated, like they're not the best looks, but they look great comparatively.
Playing a social game. Basically, keep me. And then once we get to the part where I can really do what I can do, okay, I'm just going to run you over.
Yeah.
I'm here for that. We like a good game play, not Todrick Hall's gameplay. All right.
Ooh, don't bring her here.
Someone asked in my IG, was like, are we going to talk about Todrick? I said, honey, we stopped. We're no longer speaking of him. 800.
There's enough people talking about Todrick.
I mean, Teddy Mellencamp. Don't shut her up. No, sorry, Teddy's trash. I'm sorry. Real Housewives of Beverly Hills humor. Chris knows what I'm talking about. Listen, the song was a bop for me. I found this song at 2 a.m. in the morning on Facebook. Netta the rum bum 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 bum.
I love it.
Good song. Now. I know we're going to all have different opinions on who won what. For me, personally, I think Juju had better face than Monique. Yeah. But I think Monique was dancing a lot better.
Yeah.
And I think RuPaul was looking for face and not danceability. Yeah. Let's start with Wilma first. What did you think of this lip sync?
I first of all love the song choice because sometimes they go out of the box and it's like, that's not a song to be lip syncing to by anybody. But this one was great because it had different rhythms. They could go fast with it. They could go slow with it. As you said, Juju had great face. And that's what put her over the top for me. Going into that lip sync, I would have put money down on the barrel that Mo would have taken it. And
same.
I was just slightly impressed that Juju took those moments to, give it to the judges. And it worked for her. I was okay either way. Like I wasn't upset for Mo. But I was surprised that she didn't win. I just expected her to.
Okay, I'm here for that. Anybody else want to ring a ding, 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 ding on this?
So, no, I was just going to echo.
I feel like let us not forget that Rosie Perez told Juju B, girl, you give good mouth.
Get out of my head.
So like Juju giving great face, I think was expected. I do agree. I thought Mo would have taken it. When you think about what RuPaul likes is really to laugh, and so Juju B kind of has the edge in being funny with the lip sync, whereas Mo is a performer. And it's like, well, if you put Mo in a club, like I'm gonna give Mo my cash, but RuPaul clearly likes.
Yeah, she was doing all the nuances of the songs, things like playing with it. Very much that I was here for Juju B. Oh, she looks so good here. But yeah, it was a fun performance to see, and I said, okay, this feels very All Stars USA, like as far as performance wise. But when Juju wins, she was surprised. Was like, oh shit, I have to make a decision. Damn, should have picked a different lipstick. Didn't think I was going to win that one.
Yeah.
So that's what it felt like. Like, ooh, didn't think that was going to happen. Look how your wig is in the right location. All right. See, it's not that hard. But as the queens return up there, it looks like Ashley's Fabrics is walking up. Okay, it just gives very, this was in the bag. But Janie was sent home to Juju's tears, and Janie took it like a champ.
She was great.
I appreciated.
I didn't like her on her season of Drag Race Holland, but I really liked her after this.
Really? See, me and Jamar reviewed it, and we had issues with her, as Jamar calls it, the dishwater look.
That's what it was.
The one where she had the water in it, and it was just like, what's happening here? But it just looked
and the flat hair, and the flat hair in the ponytail.
Yeah.
I enjoyed her, but Janie was good TV for this. She brought a couple of good moments here and there. She did not lip sync well against Pangina against that one song, in my opinion. She beat Jimbo by default when she was just hopping around like that. But hey Janie, it was a good time. It was a good time. Good time. And this was a cute way. Look how when you spin it gave shape. Go ahead, sister.
Yeah.
But
she get this whole paragraph.
We thank you, baby. Make her clean up. All right. Final four. Who do we think is going to win? Wilma, you first.
I think it's between Mo and Blue.
I think everybody up here kind of feels the same, right?
Yeah.
Yep.
I'd love to see Mo Hart win because I just think she's a hard-working queen. And she's been doing it a little longer than Blue. No offense to Blue. She's brilliant. The fact that she's as young as she is and this good is really impressive. But there's something about Mo Hart, like even this outfit she's got on here, this sleeve she made, she's got 2 or 3 looks in different colors. That sleeve, though, you know what I mean? Like she's thought about her. Yes. The haircuts are similar. Like I would see her being a whole other group of signature looks next year and the year after. Like she brands herself for the moment, and I really appreciate that. It gives me I know what I'm going to see when I go to a Mo Hart show, but I know it's not always going to be the same. Plus, she has one of the most beautiful smiles of any human being in the world, and I think that needs to be rewarded.
Especially on this show.
Yeah.
Be a Black and Decker showcase sometimes, see what walls we're breaking down today. I think, we all kind of feel the same. Does anyone have anything else to sort of put on top of this Sunday on Sunday? No? Okay.
I was going to say
Jamar.
one last piece is that I would absolutely love for Mo to win, but it just based on how they treated her throughout the competition, it's kind of like, and they pretty much eat blew up, and since she eliminated Pangina, it's kind of like, well, I mean, Juju can't win, and we hate Baga, so it's like.
But I could see Juju winning in the final just because it's Drag Race.
There it is, Wilma. Just because it's Drag Race.
Who knows what chaotic thing they will do on the next episode? Like it could be
4-way ties.
Okay.
I will flip a table.
I know that's right. I know that's right.
They're like, by the way, everybody, you all win. What? Jujubee, that's right. You get to walk away still with no money.
Yeah.
All of you, not $1. Okay.
Oh, that's right. There's no money attached.
Not a single penny.
Well, they could get some proceeds from the song that they recorded.
Will
with
they?
Paul,
Do you
right?
think
That's
they will?
charity.
I don't even think so.
That goes to charity. All proceeds go to charity.
That's such a flop. Monique Hart gets to leave her apartment in Los Angeles, walk down the street, and go record a song to turn around and go right back home. Like,
see, I wonder
booty.
if the
He won't even
charity
have to
is-
take off her Uggs.
I wonder if the charity is funding something to do with like Earth and discovering things. If we sort of like possibly maybe dig through.
Fracking.
Maybe it's I just saw Batman, so like I know corruption's out there. I'm just kidding.
Girl, watch the news. It's right here.
I mean, Joy Behar Falls. That kind of bit. You know what I'm saying? But yes, that was Meghan McCain wishing that curse on her. I promise you, Joy, that was Meghan. That was all her doing, honey. She found Azalea Bakes and they threw a little duck in the oven, honey. I'm telling you. Okay.
Or Megan's father.
Oh, this not. Oh, Christina.
That part.
Not. Oh, she said pulled her daddy from the grave and put the remains in the box. Said, "How should you make Joy fall, please?" Speaking of falling,
my father.
Speaking of falling, Jasmine Kennedy's in this wig and the last bobby pin that is holding it up. Remember, everybody, you cannot tell that this is not her hair and it's not coming from her.
Child.
Girl, they couldn't clock her. She was looking like Jada Pinkett Smith up in there.
From Demon Night? Okay.
You had to be born in the 80s to know that one.
That part. Thank you. Very Tales from the Crypt. That was the first movie, honey. Little short little number, that blonde dude. Okay, so armpits and all, they're all back over here. I had to cover George's. That whole booty was out. That face is right there. Just a little poop. But Diabetes apologizes and gives meaning to their character change midway through this arc of the manga. So, Wilma, can you give your take on what you feel like Diabetes is giving right now so far through the show?
Like emotionally or
just where we're going with this, because after she was eliminated and came back and all of a sudden she realized she's the tallest tree in the room, she's now very gung-ho with, I'm going to get this win,
Well,
and
I
I
have
hate
to say, I really appreciated her saying, I want to win. I'm here to win. I apologize if it's coming off this, and this, but here's my agenda. And I appreciate that. Like, it reminds all of them. Like, I get so upset when somebody goes, oh, well, they're my best friend. You've known them 20 minutes. Do you know what I mean? Unless they give you a kidney or help you move, they're not your best friend. And I get kind of upset with that kind of, oh, you know, we're so close. It's like, yeah, well, but you know, I could get close to $100,000 too. Oh, you know, and I really appreciate that. I think the thing we have to remember, like, there's a part of Daya that makes me think she's an only child. Do you know what I mean? She's just always thinking of herself, and that's hard for people to watch who don't always think about themselves.
I actually totally get that point. Like, seriously, I totally get that point.
Yeah.
Hi, everyone. I hope you're having a great weekend, and thank you for making Sundays more bearable. Love you guys.
Word.
Thank you so much for the super chat. Thank y'all so much for being here. We almost have 900 of you in this room.
Word.
Wow.
Please hit that like button, share, and subscribe to all of these great, wonderful people in their chats, and follow their link trees below. Someone said, I love how Wilma reads. Okay, Wilma, you be getting storyteller.
It's funny.
Matt,
I was gonna say that hit a little different, right? As two people that got several brothers and sisters. I felt that comment.
Like, I'm out of 10. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So, like,
wow.
I don't know what it only is. I've had hand-me-downs. I have been given everything that everybody else had. My things have been given away. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know what not sharing is looking like. For example,
on the other side of that coin, I was raised with my brother, and he was treated like an only child.
Oh, Wilma, are we going to the trauma ward for this?
There was a favorite. I'm not lying.
Okay. Okay. See, that is interesting only because that's how I was treated. My brother was the more butch one, so everything revolved around him, and I was just the toe as the middle child. We love to see it. RuPaul in pastels. I'm okay with it. I'm okay. I also was happy they skipped the table talk. I really find that to be so fucking unnecessary. Like,
it's so forced.
By the way, what did we talk about yesterday? Oh, you mean
God. I'm
6
still angry.
hours
I
ago?
cannot believe it.
Like, y'all just fell asleep and you woke back up to another work day.
Right.
Like, please stop. Like, you're still mad.
Unnatural questions that production said, read this.
Exactly.
Right.
How are you feeling after your win? You asked that when we were done after the 15-hour workday, and we were sitting there hot with all of the sweat from our tights just dripping onto the couch. They have to vacuum it with a Dyson. My goodness.
That's disgusting.
So sorry to give you all that image, but I'm just letting you know that's what couches are really like.
That.
Please stop sitting everywhere you go, okay?
That's true.
Tell them.
Stained ass couch.
How you think bed bugs move? Okay, now.
Well.
Here's the mini challenge. Apparently it was to be ugly. Didn't realize that. Quick drag to do photo bombing sessions of celebrities. And the queens decided to try their best to... Okay. Well, there's Bagga's eyebrow, but you know...
She looks like Yzma from Emperor's New Groove.
This looks like somebody giving us a PSA for something very important, Dooley. Like...
He looks like the spokesmodel for scurvy.
Get her some vitamin C immediately.
Vitamin C!
It's very at 3 p.m. in the Fox sort of like news commercial. Very much that, like, by the way, before you go away to another Maury episode, this is a serious topic. And these people
just because
really
the vodka is citrus doesn't mean there's actual vitamin C in it.
You may have mesothelioma.
Wait, that's like the guy who does the diabetes commercial, but he says diabetes.
Diabetes.
He says diabetes every time.
Norman Reedus?
Yeah, I think.
The Good Times.
Was it Good Times? I forget the show he was on.
No,
okay, look at us, Jasmine, talking about other people when you show
right.
up.
Well,
It's where she took us.
It's Mary Lou written for me.
God bless her. God bless her.
That Willow even has that reference is a blessing. It's
hilarious.
It's like, okay, you already know where we're going with this. But the pictures came out interesting. Of course, RuPaul was just taking her time making fun of these queens and putting them in weird positions. But Deja, they played you. You should have won.
They've been playing the
Ooh,
Deja
in her
whole
face.
episode.
In her
Whole
face.
episode.
She looks like a character from the Yellow Submarine.
Very that.
Somebody.
Very that.
I like the cotton crotch patch right on her forehead. That's
Just right here.
Oh no! Oh my god! I just caught that.
At least she can breathe.
I mean, listen, a state'll do. But Willow Pill ends up winning this one.
So funny.
By a stretch.
Yeah.
Jake Gyllenhaal, we know you're not interesting.
Yeah.
So now that we had to move, yep,
Bag
sure
of
did,
chips.
sure
Wow.
did, sure did. But she got $2,500. Go ahead,
Good for
baby.
her.
Get a new mattress. RuPaul tells them the Maxi challenge is panels. Oh, look, everybody. Hi, you're on one right now. But they have to come up with a panel for RuPaul's Drag Race or Drag Con, excuse me. And the topic is men's. I always feel like that RuPaul be playing off of Men on Film from In Living Color when she does sort of like references from that.
Totally.
Because it's like that. Yeah, that's not shit, girl. That is Damon Wayans and David Allen Greer right there. Men's is. But the topic is men. It could be your daddy, your uncle, your cousin, your friend, or that creepy guy in the van across the street. Either way, it needs to be that sort of subject line, and there needs to be a moderator that's picked out from this. Because Willow won the mini challenge, she gets to choose her team. This is the team. This is the team she chose. Do we think this was a good decision to make based off of the people here in this?
Very much so.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
This is the right thing.
I don't know if I would have picked Deja, only because Deja's very low key. She's been so uninteresting this whole season, and I'm just waiting for her to sparkle because I really like her. But I thought that was like, because Angie's a talker and Lady Camden's a character, so I thought it was a good group.
And see, I was more nervous for Camden only because she comes off, sometimes I just want to leave it right here at a volume of 3. And I was nervous for her versus Deja, who has been more talkative and untucked, which I can understand that.
True.
And runways have been interesting. This was, I think, the only time I actually was like, wow, girl, you did the assignment better than anybody else. Yeah. But we'll get to that in a second. Leaving the other team to be Bosco. Isn't it sad that this is the picture? Like, and this
they
is
don't look happy
at all.
Frustrated.
At all. Like, George's, I don't think you've ever seen yourself look like that at baby. It's Jasmine for me.
They look like the Gross Sisters.
Oh my God. And the Proud Family is back.
Yeah. And it's funny. It's hilarious.
I would have said the Kanker sisters from Ed, Ed, and Eddie.
That's another good one.
Ooh, that's more, yeah.
Oh, let's get into the outfits. I'm sorry. I know this is quick drag, but Jasmine, you brought this dress? Oh.
Like, Jasmine, you bought that dress.
You bought it. Oops, that part. Not even brought it. You bought it.
I'm going to say she found it.
Oh, my goodness gracious. It's a mess. It's a mess. But that's the team. I didn't even finish it because that's how sad it was. And of course, our favorite residential Grinch is like, not I, said the pussycat. Now, moving to this group, they seem to be doing well. Everyone seems to be communicating. Seems like a good time. Over with the bathrobe clique, because apparently went to the spa and they're getting their feet done at this time, or possibly a massage. I was like, why are they all in the same robe?
It's freezing.
But the other team is giving you, we're not going to put anything on, and this group is giving, a low iron. So Jasmine wants to be the moderator.
Never.
No.
I don't know. I think they should have let her do it.
Okay, Wilma, hold on. I need Wilma to
in the
unpack
bottom.
that. I need
the only
you to
reason
unpack it.
is she's a talker. There were only 2 ways that Jasmine was going to do this challenge: talking or being shamed into not talking. And I felt the latter happened for her. I felt she low-keyed herself, really kind of pulled herself back. And, you know, the bottom line of this show is it's a contest of personalities. And when people allow themselves to be kowtowed, we've seen it before where people weren't themselves. They shaved for a challenge, and then they go home. And it broke my heart a little because I don't think that Jasmine is the worst person with, you know, verbal diarrhea. But
I got 2 points for that. I got 2 for you because I feel like our reviews just did this right now. I feel like they just did that. So here's my take on that. While I am glad Jasmine wants to take an initiative in order to make themselves stand out, let's be honest. Bosco is there. Why do you need to be the moderator?
Mm-hmm.
And of all the people who you know is going to really give it what it needs to give, it's going to be the girl who's been a customer service representative for 13 years at a Starbucks who can talk somebody underneath the table for ordering a non-decaffeinated skim low-cal malt, all the rest of it. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, yeah, Daya's over there being Charlie Brown about it, just very close to, you know, the edge. And Jasmine did get her feelings hurt, so that brought her down. Now, what the issue is that when we got to the challenge itself, Jasmine fucked up. And so that first fuck up by her over talking, she knew she messed up. So that was her own shame versus anybody else gathering her. But I do understand what you're talking about. Once someone shuts her down or makes her feel like she's not the one, like we saw, and I will show a screenshot, she does immediately shut down. It's like, oh shit. But that's also 22, young baby, not secure with themselves.
She was born in what, 1999?
I also think the other issue with this team is you have a team of individuals here. And like this team, like regardless of what happens on the team, is they don't know how to like help each other out. Whereas with the other team, it's like this is what's going to help you be funny, and this is how we play off each other. Here you have Diabetti, who just wants to be seen and manipulative. Jasmine, who wants to be seen and talk over everything. Georges, who hasn't got a clue as to what's really happening at this point.
Really, Blake? Really, Blake? Really? You're talking about me, Blake? No, I'm sorry. No, as you're speaking of her.
And Bosco's like, girl, I just want to win something.
In underwear. Yes. But yeah, that kind of shut down Jazz a bit once, you know, it was the whole I feel better this way, not trying to be rude, but here we go. At the same time, I think I would have played that a little bit nicer for Jazz because I wouldn't have wanted her to be the moderator because for me, Wilma, I think that she would have talked too long before anyone would have got to a point. And then when someone was speaking, she would have interrupted them so quick. And it would have just been like, okay, well.
No, I think you're right. I just felt with them being on a team, they could have handled Jasmine a little more positively.
It was a little setup. They, you know, it's like Diet on the same team with Jasmine and Georges. Really? Oh, okay. So it sort of worked in that favor. And Bosco had to round up, you know, the rest of Recess Gang. RuPaul gave light advice to her favorite people in the competition, except for Deja.
Okay.
Clearly.
By lying. like seriously. Like, why are you still here, Tio? Then we get over here, and it's like, I mean, for real, RuPaul. I don't think RuPaul likes Deja. Just saying.
I don't think
Did
so.
you just call her the Chico of drag?
Wait, she's the Tio of drag. Yes, that's the gimmick here. Like, we don't talk about Tio because they don't talk about Deja up on the runway. No.
If she didn't win this week, she's not going to win anymore. She's not going to win at all. Excuse me.
Well,
I disagree.
We'll see, Jamar. We'll see. That's all I'm going to say. Now, moving forward from this, onto somebody in their house slippers. God bless you, Jasmine. You're ready for prison. This was the most awkward conversation on the planet. Okay, Daya, why did you have to describe beating her head in? Like your little sister. That was weird.
It was a lot.
I said Attack on Titan. I wasn't lying. Any way to get your food, huh? No, but RuPaul was a little uncomfortable, but didn't really care because, you know, she was up in the clouds and, you know, enjoying
her checks cash. She don't care.
A giraffe's meal, you know, just a couple of leaves in the tree. But George, just look at you. I'm not gonna win this challenge. Yeah, because you already knew you weren't doing nothing this week either. And Bosco's like, oh,
but I felt like specifically like in this moment, RuPaul literally gave Georges everything that she needed to talk about to like at least be safe. And all she would have had to do was to practice.
She repeated everything she said.
And it's like it still felt like she was uncomfortable talking about it once we actually saw it. I was like, damn girl, she tried to help you, but like
but then Dooley in Untucked, she talked about how she was nervous to talk about her father in the early days when he wasn't as supportive, because he's so supportive now, and she didn't want to
be mean and look
dredge that up. Yeah. So I mean, I can understand the dilemma. Plus, she's 12. This poor little thing is 12.
What's a moderator?
She's dealing with all these new emotions and hair in new places. It's a lot.
Hair in new places. What hair? Like, no, never. But I will say, when she asked what's a moderator, I knew life was over for her.
Yeah, we knew what was going on.
I was embarrassed. I was, bitch, you didn't graduate. What did you, like, what is going on?
Well, remember she shared that she dropped out to do drag 10th grade, I think it was. So like,
if you can't get all you need by 10th grade, then I can't help you.
You know, the moderator was when I was in like.
To be real, I think I'm with Wilma on that one, honey. You kind of had it together by fucking high school. It was like, all we're doing is the repeat steps of everything else we've been doing, and just adding on different answers.
Yeah, you're just having a speciality after grade 10.
But please stay in school, everybody.
The View has been around for his entire life. Like, for you to not know moderator is kind of
that's true.
Okay, all them shows that everybody watches. Hell, when RuPaul talked about Georges walking on their tippy toes, that clap was for me, RuPaul, because I was that gay little boy. So, yes, thank you. I know. I appreciated that moment, because my dad used to wear me out when he would see me walking on my tippy toes. What you doing that for? Nothing. I was getting ready for them pumps, Wilma. I'm telling you, I will not be looking knock-kneed in the heel.
I bet you were adorable. It breaks my heart you had to go through that.
Yeah. And again, all them brothers. Ugh, gross.
They let your hair grow and your tippy toes happen. You would have been a hot ticket.
So that's the thing. They wouldn't let my hair grow, which is why now y'all see it just doing what it's doing. And I like literally had to be put in a sport in order to keep me away from the television, because that's where I was learning everything. That was the gimmick. Yeah, put him in something. That's why I had to play an instrument, did a sport in a club.
What sport?
Busy. I was a track athlete, and I was also in football, and I low-key did basketball and was terrible. But football and track was...
What instrument?
I did the clarinet, I did the viola, I did the cello, I did the skin flute in football, I did the skin flute in track. No, but
too bad your dad didn't know that. He would have pulled you right out of those sports.
It was fun to tell him those things later on in life, though, and have him. It was a day he was drinking. Yeah, we were all sitting at the table drunk, and I was like, "So let's talk about some things." And
oh no!
I wore Vince out, child. We had to. We went to TGI Fridays in the Woodlands, child. It was all the boys, and he was like, "Let's just have that real conversation." I was like, "You would have a real one." Guess who snuck in the house at while you was there? No, yes. So I got my revenge.
Good for you.
I felt like RuPaul took the power away from Georges, not Gorgeous, by having her talk about it there instead of on stage, because it became less authentic in the moment on stage. Good point, Tito. I do love a burrito.
Or they could just taken it out. They just kind of made her.
Don't take the burrito
look
out.
Bad.
Okay, let's see here.
Well,
Blake, go.
I think again, generally with panels like The View and of that nature, like you do a tech rehearsal, you see what's funny, you kind of create a dry script. It's your job to sort of re-emphasize those moments to make them feel natural. I don't know that Georges understands how to do that.
See, like with us, we already have a rapport based on what we've already done outside of each other. Then once we put it all together, and everything just matched and came with the flow. That's why we don't have a lot of different guests on here, everybody. Okay. Just saying. As you can see, Wilma fits right in like a Lego block. Like, boom, here we go. And we continue.
I'm shaped like a pyramid. I'm hard to tip over.
Triangle is the sturdiest shape.
I don't even know why.
It is.
Oh my God, are you watching Taskmaster? We just said that. I just watched somebody say pyramid is the strongest shape.
Listen, ain't nobody moving it. Ooh, my package has just been shipped. Thank you. Okay. I'm actually going to be adding some new shelving back here, everybody. So get ready. There will be things on display
Yay.
again. So happy because right now she's giving a little alabastard. Now, this moment, I don't want to go over too long, but they gave Willow her flowers for being the quiet storm that she is. Let's get on to the DragCon panels. So, thank you, Wilma, for appreciating my humor. These guys will be giving it to me. Thank you. Okay. Here is the first group, which is Men, a Work in Progress. I thought that was a fun title. I think Bosco's was funnier, but this was a fun title. Now, Deja looks like a couch in a feminine room, somewhere, but I do love how this pastel wig finally has a place in this setting.
I thought she looked great from the chin up. Anyway, I didn't like necessarily the outfit. The cut was nice, but yeah, I thought all of this was perfect.
It is very cell phone wallpaper. Tease there. $1.99.
I wonder if she would have worn that if she knew there would have been roses behind her, because she kind of just disappeared.
Yeah.
Well, they don't talk about Tio. See,
No,
okay.
no.
Shaped like a pyramid. Wilma's drag name in high school. Stop.
Yeah. No, it's what name of my one-woman show? Shaped like a pyramid.
There you go. Listen, Anubis is going to start. She'll be your opener. There you go. All her time in Egypt. I'm still confused by that baby. Moving forward, Lady Camden. It almost was bad. Somehow the Blake Lively mess up actually worked in your favor.
Yeah.
And then you were able to talk about your mother, who you love. And I know a mama's boy when I see one. Yeah, you're going to talk about her. And it worked out in your favor. So we're glad your Burberry outfit did not send you into the bottom this week.
That wig is gorgeous, too.
It is.
It is.
I'm glad her makeup has improved since the beginning.
That's one of the few times when Rue has said to somebody, you should do this. Like, you're like, but that lip point for her, excellent.
Needed and necessary, because that nose was touching. Now, Angeria, whose parents look just, a spitting image.
Carbon copy.
Them two put together, that's that baby right there.
Yeah.
That was a beautiful moment on Untucked, but I thought Angeria did very, very well.
She did excellently. She looked great.
The wig. Oh, it's sitting right. It's perfectly placed.
Oh yeah.
I just love her so much. And we love a good nail on a hand. We do. We appreciate it. Moving forward and on, Willow Pill, honestly, because Deja did a really good job as moderator, but Willow was fucking funny.
She killed this. She was. I liked her 60s
Barbarella
Fonda wig. Barbarella, yeah. I loved and everything she said. If she and Bosco had been on the same team, my pants would have been wet.
They would have played with each other like nobody's
business.
Video on a private browser.
That was the thing, Maddie. That was the thing I noticed, that both teams had the right mix of people where neither of them played with each other. Whereas if Willow and Bosco had been on the same team, there would have been some more back and forth than that, which is what you want on a panel.
But I think that's because Deja took it very, very seriously and didn't know how to volley back and forth what was given to her. And everyone else was like, well, I'm here. But
yeah, her jokes were very 5 out of 10. And so what happened was Willow was the one that was throwing all of the good balls, and some people were playing T-ball, and she was actually out in the major leagues. Bosco was literally having to make up for everyone's fuck ups except for Daya, who was the only one that actually could follow through. Because my God, we'll get to my zoom ins in just a second here, because hairlines will be discussed.
Not hairlines.
Ooh, don't do it. Don't do it to
Not hairlines. No.
So thank you for being a friend. This is literally the setup for our Golden Girls reboot. Except like,
shit, who the hell is Daya?
So Daya low key is like badly casted. She's only there for the first episode. So the next episode they'll have a whole new person there. Susan Sarandon wasn't available.
Yeah, she's the Debbie Reynolds.
There you go.
It doesn't look like they met. Like they don't met. Like they're not cohesive. Like, they don't look like a cohesive
What's the matronly factor of these outfits outside of Diabetes? And like, why does it still feel like they're at a retirement location? I'm so confused here. And I mean, like, actually, excuse me, not a retirement location, timeshare. There we
Yeah.
go.
Yeah,
Very
it's still-
90s timeshare. Go ahead.
It's
I'm
still
sorry.
a panel for Drag Con, not selling condos.
In Boca
It looks
Raton.
like Orlando.
Yeah.
Boca
And
Raton.
I just don't understand. I loved what Bosco wore, but it was like, oh, I'm surprised you even had that in your wardrobe, you know?
Yes.
Gorgeous. But
Well.
the fact that Nancy Reagan made a showing is the shocker for me.
Nancy Reagan.
Jiggly Caliente, thanks for being here, love. How I walk in and hairlines are attacked. I feel attacked. Wow. Now, Jiggly. We're not coming for that hairline. We're coming for somebody else's hairline who normally would have a baby hair curled up in that sucker, but this time it was fried and dyed and laid with makeup. But let's talk about it. Yeah, Bosco was giving me what I needed. I would have actually bought whatever was this infomercial.
She had me at Electric Boogaloo. I'm sorry.
Love
It
I
was-
went to the theater and saw that movie. I was
It was,
there. The minute she said that, I knew she won. I knew Rue was all up in that.
Oh yeah, that was definitely for Rue. It was like, oh, I know that reference. It was Men, Electric Boogaloo Part 2, now with more men.
Yeah. And then
So
her
funny.
again. Why?
Why?
Done.
What for?
What for?
Yeah.
Huh? That
So
was
funny.
good.
And
The eyebrows are
honestly,
fucking incredible.
Yeah.
Like,
yeah.
oh,
I really
my
like her, but I don't think she would like me. I think she would talk about me after I left. But I
Oh.
think she's brilliant.
Well, she does give you order for Matthew. Yeah, here you go. Very that. It's
No
white chocolate
no
mocha.
foam latte. For
She'd
One
make fun of me
Jack's
for getting a
girl.
white chocolate mocha. She'd read me for that. Like, what? That's not even a real coffee beverage.
a
Like,
double
you just
tall
got
white
sugar.
chocolate mocha from Matthew.
Oh, I just
Yeah,
love this.
very that. It'd be a venti because I like to like have the sugars. Like, no.
I need agave syrup.
Oh, girl.
They hate hearing that. I was told
God.
every time I hear that, I'm like, why?
I lasted 2 weeks at a Starbucks because I kept saying to people, "It's over there."
So Diabetes looks like she lost a what is it, a hand slapping competition, a face slapping competition. So the sides of her face look like she's been beaten.
This
Oh,
in.
wow.
this is red.
You know those competitions where they're like this, and
They
it's like,
slap.
ow, yeah, she looked like she did not win. But I will say that I would possibly tune in to whatever pay-per-view production this is, as she did a good job in the wrestling references. I was like, yep. Been there, girl. Yep. Talk
Baby,
about
she
it.
looked like-
WWE. She would say.
I was gonna say that she looks just like Luna. She looks like Luna from WWF in like 1992. Like
Come on,
the
92.
wig, the hair, everything. I was like, what in the?
I love how
what is
she's
this?
wearing shoulder pads here. I'm actually now just catching that. Like, okay, Di, I'll give you some credit here. You did it twice.
Then give Deja her credit too, because she has shoulder pads on her panel.
She did
Well,
too,
normally
yeah.
that's her entire silhouette, but okay, yeah, I'll go ahead and give that to her. I'll do that. I'll give her her inserts.
"Oh, jiggly caliente."
With Rue starting to live for Bosco, I won't be surprised if she makes the top 2 and wins.
At this point,
At this point,
I think she'll
Ryla,
make top 4.
Absolutely.
Jasmine is determined to look like the grandma Aggie.
She ages herself like a mother.
And it's
Every
never
time.
flattering.
We know she can look young.
It's
We know
never
she can,
flattering.
'cause she
At
gives it to you
least
on
Georgia wore a lash this time. I wish the lash connected to her eyelid. Okay, hold on. Let me just keep moving here. 936 in the room. Thanks for being here today. Let's push forward and move on, girl.
Oh,
If
This is
Murder She
terrible.
Wrote, the
Oh,
Murder
yeah.
She Wrote reboot, bitch. Okay, like,
she's Jessica.
or she's actually
Jessica's younger sister, Janice.
very that, or she's gonna do a reading in like Long Island or something.
Yeah.
Just
They're with us now. They're with
Very
us
that.
now.
better that she's on Mama's Family. Yes.
I can't remember a time when a 20-something-year-old queen tried her damnedest to look like she was 40-something.
Who says
Girl, we
I'm going
just
to
got
the
done
channel like
watching.
Caitlyn?
We just got done with Ella of the Day. What you mean?
You're right.
Well,
We just got done with Ella.
Ella was almost there. I still can't
Wait,
get
how
over
old was
that.
Ella today?
She's
She was
30
in her Yeah, she's like in
No.
her
Yeah, she's
early.
not
No,
dead.
she's 20 something. She's like
Yeah,
28 or
27,
something
isn't
like
she?
that. Yeah,
Something like
she's a
that,
Libra.
yeah.
Her birthday's around the same day as mine. I remember that. Yeah, she's like the
Mm-hmm.
23rd, I think, of September. Back to Jasmine Kennedy. I still would have chosen that name over D.
Nothing about this says DragCon panel.
Nope.
Nothing.
It was like the cape, Wilma. Like, why?
Oh,
like,
33, by the way.
I love a cape. Don't get me wrong.
but
Just
for
like that
this, yeah, like this. Look at the ruffled top, honey. She's going to bed. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Baby, tuck her in. I
one.
be.
And not a nice big king bed, California king. It's a cot.
You're nice. I would have said there's two twins that are next to each other,
I know,
but not
that's right.
next to each other.
Yeah. You can only use one.
Yeah, right. And Morty's doesn't actually, and he's never in the bed. He sleeps on the couch. Listen, it's not the best performance here because once again, Jasmine talked too much and it went on forever because she was asked a question that had to do with toxic masculinity and decided to give us the definition from Webster's. Don't know why. Well, her Webster's definition.
Maybe that was her outfit. It was a librarian.
See? Well, unfortunately,
That's
no
a
one was.
nice wig for a librarian, dude.
Listen,
Maybe this is serving me grandmother at the funeral.
Something like that.
Not my baby.
This is Joel Osteen's wife during service.
He's
Like,
the organist at the funeral parlor.
The
There you go.
debutante.
There you go. This is a pilot season, is what it's giving, and it was also after realizing she overtalked too much that she lost the confidence. And then when they asked about men, what kind of men you like, she's like, "Oh, I love a good gamer. They just play all night and stuff. You know how it is." And scene.
I'm like, what?
Oh,
like,
I thought she was gonna really go somewhere with that.
like
but I was
joysticks, playing with it, like, you know, making sure you hit the right button. You could have done so many sexual references with that, but it just didn't go there because Mama didn't. She really didn't know where to go with it.
Go
And so-
easy on my toggle.
Okay, now RuPaul's face during her performance was enough. This face could like make sure the ships at sea get to port. Do you understand what I'm saying? Like, honey, like it's a lot. It's that bottom row of teeth for me. When RuPaul's mad, it just
You're like,
go again. Now RuPaul looks really good this week, by the way, but it
Very
was
good.
just. Oh, the earrings. Go in, sister.
Her
Money.
look, though, was gorgeous.
Mm-hmm.
That whole silver look. I'm sorry she had to put this face on it.
Well, we can blame Jasmine for that.
Yeah.
Now, speaking of things that need a closer inspection,
Oh,
I'll zoom out real quick. We'll give it this for just a
poor thing.
Jamar. You wanted to say something, honey?
Georges, I wouldn't expect this to happen to you. You were probably one of the people I would at least expect this from, but you can't ignore it. Like there's nothing hiding it. There's no smoke and mirrors to make it blend.
So here's the crazy part about it. Like this actually helped like forget about everything she was saying because I was so focused on that wig.
Yeah.
Every time she talked, I was just watching it not go anywhere. I was like, there is not a stitch of movement in that sucker. It is glued, not well. Not well.
Elmer glue.
I hated what she was wearing.
Gorilla.
Marlo needed the glue that she's using for this wig, honey.
I hated what she was
Travis.
wearing too. It was wrong head to toe.
Oh, I love that crispy part of the
And the
grilled
only
cheese.
reason it's such a bad wig is she's had such great wigs on.
She has had really great wigs, but
Yeah.
I got to give Gabby this one. I'm sorry. I love that crispy part of the grilled cheese. Yeah, that's definitely them edges right there. I can't. Not in the oven. I have to say it twice. Jasmine gave Nancy Reagan saying no to drugs, but yes to neck.
Crack is wet.
Oh my!
Y'all have to stop. But
But even her makeup, she's got brown, like very toned down. Like all of them seem to be like, oh, we have to be serious here. And again, it's a drag con panel. If I go to a drag con panel and I don't see drag at its finest, even if it's sitting in a chair, I'm not going to listen to these people.
oh, child, I can tell you about a couple panels.
Jiggly said it's a Serena Cha-Cha wig.
Well, you get what you pay for.
You know what? It is given. You know,
So
Is there glitter in the back?
I should have had Mortal Kombat music playing in the background then.
I need an
Fatality.
update. Did a carrier catcher in them streets? I wonder.
Listen,
Child.
I couldn't be. I will say, RuPaul, this is one of the best you've looked in a long,
No
long
kidding.
time, sister. This is
Stunning.
a
That wig alone. Oh,
beautiful.
Yeah, the wig is really
Classic
giving it.
silhouette.
Yeah.
It's the close-ups for me. Let's get
Yeah.
there. Oh,
Yeah.
look at that.
that's mother. You know what I'm saying?
And that neckline is stunning on her.
And the necklace really works with it because at
Yeah.
first I was like, okay, this could be a little bit. No, she gives
Yeah.
money. Oh, I love this wig.
Yeah, every once in a while, Zaldi gets it right.
Do we want to give him credit
Damn,
for this? No, I'm
every
just
once in a
kidding.
while.
Chris, now let's be honest, okay? We've seen this lady come out here looking like she's at the corner where the Burger King is at, okay? Possibly getting a double cheeseburger and a wham bam in the back for 15, all right?
Wham bam.
Just a wham
Wham
bam, okay?
bam.
It's only 15 for 15 minutes. Michelle, a swoop-a-doo. I see you, red lip. Okay, Michelle, I'm done. No, your judging is weird lately. Carson, we like you since CBB. You've
Another
really
bottom
come-
Yeah,
joke.
I love
Another
Carson.
bottom joke.
I thought we were gonna get through an episode without a bottom joke, and then it happened.
It's not possible.
Yeah.
Not for power bottoms.
In the last year or so, he's seemed to stop being glib, or he always seemed to have like a good sound bite, but it didn't necessarily go with what he was saying. And I feel in the last year or so, he's kind of focused more, like made his comments more about what's going on. Because of the two, him and Ross, I think Ross has more valid points, but I've just been noticing in the last year, I'm not as dismissive about what Carson's saying as I used to be.
Because it used to be.
Yeah, agree. I
Maybe.
just roll my
Well, he
eyes.
was just so unnecessary. It's like like a shrimp fork. There's not even shrimp on the table. Why is this here?
Well, because he was giving very Dane Cook as a comedian energy, where he would say something and
Not
look
Dane
around like, "Did you
Cook.
hear me? Did you hear me? Is it funny? Is it funny?"
Excellent reference.
That's
excellent.
literally
Dane Cook. Do you
y'all are
remember
welcome for that.
Do you remember Jesus? Like that whole epic Dane Cook. Jesus.
It's just very that he used to be very Dane. I'm glad Dane is no longer existing in terms
No
of
kidding.
because he
Come on,
was
2006.
horrible. We just got to get to Kevin. And I did say heart. All right, continuing forward here. Nicole Byer, stay. Just stay. Just don't go.
I love her.
Like,
And Candy's wig.
Not only is she just
lived it at first.
beautiful, but that hair, oh my God. Candy Muse wishes she had that wig on her season.
Yeah, Liv did it first, by the way. Then
Oh,
Candy
yeah.
did it for the ball.
You're
Let's just keep it live, moolah.
Right.
Okay. But yeah, this is very season 13 reminiscent, but we love a good barrette. We love a good hair. It was just great. I
We
live.
call those knickerbockers.
Oh, Knickerbocker.
What?
What you call me?
Aren't they
Do-
toggles?
Girl, here, bounce, Dooley. Just do that and just bounce. Just get out. Just get out. Fabric softener. Okay, just get out. You smell like sheets. Okay, listen. Okay. Oh, that was great. Thank you, Julie. Eliminated Queens.
What's that?
This is June Jambalaya
June.
giving us not box Zatarans.
Wow.
wow.
Oh,
Isn't
wow.
that something? This one
Too
ate.
late.
Cute.
This one ate. Like, oh, okay, this is cute. Now,
Yeah.
this picture in the living room of somebody's house, I mean, but like, yeah, girl, go on, bitch.
I want to see her move in it though.
Girl, no.
Now, Jabbar, don't do that. 'cause
Don't
you-
walk.
and stiff. Okay, so let's see here.
Stiff wear.
I mean, she's just gonna come out of it if she has to lip sync. So there you go.
Child.
Julie said, June about to be my daughter. Well, then that means we're gonna be related, sis. We fam, sis. Hold on, not that.
June Jambalaya Caliente.
Okay, listen. June Caliente.
She should call herself Caliente Jambalaya. That would be a good name.
I'm like, or she gonna be a Brooks because Jiggly's a Brooks.
Oh, is she?
That's
Oh.
JaVale's daughter.
Mhm.
Shout out to JaVale. Hey, baby. Moving forward and moving on. This is Alyssa Hunter with her shoulder pads look.
Oh, next.
It's giving me Mad Max Furiosa type vibe.
It's giving me I'm a rocker and I'm playing the guitar, Dooley. You know, I've been
This is
practicing.
for my girls, all the
Baby,
that's what it's giving.
Yeah.
oh, come on. Bring that back. They need to bring that back. That was horrible. Like
She thought about the shoulder pads, but very little else.
everything else.
Yeah.
Very
Everything
low.
else. Orion Stories.
I hate
Nice.
this. I don't like this.
This is gross.
I don't like this.
I get the Steven Universe reference, so I give it time. That pink and blue is very last season of that, but I
see the vision. I see the vision, but I don't like the
I think it's
execution here.
cute. It's
Just
just
compared to what she did wear on the show, I don't think.
Well,
thank you, Wilma. That's where my mind is at. Like compared to what she's worn on the show,
Yeah.
this
You're the one that says her promo look.
that actually might have made sense.
actually this would have been a lot better than that prolapse
Yeah.
anus. Yeah, let's go there.
That doo-doo swoop.
Looking like it's giving a trip to the gynecologist, honey. Like remember that.
Oh,
On to the gynecologist.
Child, it's gonna be a girl. Okay, listen.
Oh no.
Matthew, shut up. Okay, let's keep moving forward here. Maddie Morphosis.
Next.
That's cute.
Oh,
For a straight boy in drag, that's cute.
It's very pedestrian.
It's
I'm a
girl, booties on the runway.
At
Like
least she's hipped. At least there's hips. There's a pad. There is a
the
pad.
shape.
It's an iPad, but there's a pad
Her
there.
shoes are hideous.
Now, what about that shoe?
Well,
I'm about to say that
talk
shoe.
about the
I'm about to say that
shoe.
shoe.
The pilgrimage is over, honey.
I was literally
like a,
about to say the same thing, Blake. I was like, "Let's go." That came out of Winter's closet.
So Carrie Colby and Cornbread did not post photos, probably because they're going to hold those looks for their All-Star season.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Smart. Yeah. But this is very take a knee. Don't take a knee. Yeah, very that. Go ahead, NFL. Yeah, toxic. But go ahead, Maddie. You did the thing. All right. Up next is Deja Sky, who
T.O. Deja.
every time I look at this outfit, I think of Ghostbusters. Just
So
for the hat,
funny.
you know, the Marshmallow Man. No
Yeah.
shade. I'm just
Stay
saying. The
Puft
hat.
Marshmallow Man.
It's the hat that did that for me. But I love this though because she actually went like over the top with the shoulder pads. No one else really did that, and so
No, she did drag pads.
yeah. And this is also the Chanel silhouette. It's that pale pink. You
The
know,
wall of Chanel.
I wish the wig was a different color, but I actually think this is one of the better looks that she's presented on this
Yeah.
runway.
I'm glad she's cinched.
Yeah.
Mhm.
When she came out, I was just like, oh, she's cinched. Because I
Jiggly,
thought she always looked like
jiggly.
Oh no! Oh no!
Jiggly?
No!
If I get demonetized for this one, I'm gonna blame you. No, I'm not.
I wish she had like tailored the arm.
Not Amanda. Oh my! Wow!
Wow, there's a reference.
Matt, she's
That is
amazing.
nude.
Oh my
A
God.
Thank you, Wilma. That's a reference. That's
That
a
is a reference.
that's a pull them back. Pull them back.
Yeah,
Listen, there's 983 of y'all here. We almost have 1,000 of you in this live. Thank you so much for being here. Please make sure to hit that thumbs up button. Don't forget to like, share, subscribe, comment section afterwards, and follow all of these good people on the panel here in their sections. And drop a little tip in my jar if you want to hit my rim. Just, pull out slow.
Ooh.
It's PayPal, Cash App, and Venmo down there. They can't get me because I didn't say the other word to go with it. Not porn.
What job?
I was going to say penis, but thank you, Wilma.
Wow.
All right. I didn't swear. Okay. Medical term. Phallus. Okay. No. Lady Cam.
Not medical. Show us your corona. Like, come on, word. Like, come on, science.
My God!
Oh, all right. Sitting under someone's tree, possibly cracking a nut if they're in the right rim. Yes, that would be Matthew. Okay, this is Lady Camden's look. What do we think of this one?
I
Well,
love
they
it.
weren't showing
Lady
Chris
Camden
love
has
it.
this thing where she's like on the cusp of the runway thing. Not, but kinda.
Because it's not shoulder pads to me.
I mean, Chris loves it. So tell us why you love it, girl.
I just think she looks beautiful. That's all. I mean, okay,
does.
so the assignment wasn't exact. But I mean, look at Georgia.
And we're gonna read that girl when we get to her too.
So we are.
Yeah, at least this was shoulder pad adjacent.
Adjacent.
Epaulette. It's epaulets is what everybody was telling me. Which
Yeah, that's an epaulette.
very military in terms of how you would put them on. The jacket, but it's a nice look. Again, the lip is right with God. But yeah, it was okay because to me, I was looking for a bam bam shoulder pad, and I didn't get
I would have liked it better if she had that over exaggerated shoulder pad like Deja did, and then the epaulette.
That and speaking of us wanting an over exaggerated shoulder pad and how this could have been something if it had one, coming from the first Matrix movie, not the new one that just came out, okay, and possibly in a Friends episode bothering Rachel, Willow Pill is giving you very 1999 into 2000s tease. Kurt Cobain was still a huge impactful person in the music industry moment. Very that.
I thought she looked like Cynthia, like the Cynthia doll.
Too many
Too
hairs
much
for
hair.
me.
Too much hair.
Thank you, Jamar. Too many hairs for that. Like this baby got a full head of hair. Cynthia was literally like worn out from the comb. You know what I'm saying? Like, giving Tamar.
That was a beast. Oh, no. Absolutely.
She didn't blame her mama for combing her hair too hard. Yeah. How about that?
Absolutely.
How about that?
Not Tamar.
I take no parts of that comment.
Listen, I may be small. Okay, that's candy. I'm sorry. So, Dr. Stone tease. Come on, I'm here for that. That's a good anime reference. Manga. 997. We're almost to 1,000.
We're at 1,009.
Oh, we're at 1,009. Whee! Yay! We hit the mark. Four. My finger hurts. Don't care. Adrenaline. I'm gonna smoke down.
Charles, I forgot about that. You doing okay over there?
Right.
Yeah, I am. It hurts, but I'm good. I like Mimi was telling me, keep it elevated, Matt. Stop tripping.
Keep it up. Yeah.
And I'm about to roll a fatty after this, so I'll be good. We'll be fine.
just chilling in the frame.
Yep. Mm-hmm. But I like this. I just wish it was the assignment.
I agree.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Also, those
no
studs were on
shoulders.
Daya's nose for that quick drag challenge, by the way, everybody.
Oh, that's disgusting.
Yeah, so they shared that.
Oh. Well,
I was like, you know what?
That's nasty.
COVID. Okay. All right.
Nasty.
Okay, Cleveland.
Word.
Cleveland rocks. Hello, Wisconsin.
I did sound like Cleveland when I said that. I did.
Oh, actually, that was.
So that wasn't on purpose.
No, it was not.
Angeria Paris Van Michaels the third of the Winkleworths. Houndstooth it is. Do we houndstooth for it?
I mean, yes.
It was gorgeous.
It's giving Halls of Ivy Park. It's gorgeous.
I buy it.
I don't know if I call those shoulder pads, but they're shoulders.
Yeah, they're little Lady Gaga darts for me. It was drag for sure, and it emphasized the shoulders, but I would have liked to have seen them kind of go out more than up. You know, I would have actually preferred her not to give us a Frankenfurter on the runway type of presentation of the dramatic sense, because I know she wanted to do different, but I was like, for me, this is not that clown, and this is not Sasha Velour's quietness that we are giving, even though this is such a Sasha silhouette. So I was here for the makeup. I just didn't like how she was giving the runway where it was like, art. No, I didn't need that.
Art. It's
almost like
it's art.
It was in her wardrobe, but she didn't know where to wear it, and this is where it landed.
Mm-hmm. Well, this is shoulder
That's a
pad.
couple times for Angeria.
Well.
Do you?
I don't really care for this
art?
makeup
It's
though.
art.
Like these eyebrows going up into the.
Joseph,
you saw
you
it more
are
so
right.
in
The train is not lying.
It is not lying, and I'm just now catching that. That is that deduct points. That's deductions. Okay. All right, now let's talk about the Morton Salt girl and a go. She said Dragon Ball Z, not
Right?
Morton Salt
That
girl,
was
not.
She looked like Jubilee. She looked like
She looked like Jubilee on Hard
Piccolo,
Times.
maybe.
This is what happens when you don't get into Professor Xavier's school for the kids.
you ain't got the money. Now you got to go to the Players Club and dance. to go
Listen,
to-
like, she's definitely working for Magneto.
It
So-
looked like the
Everybody
choice
regular
that they. It
What'd you
looks
say,
like
Wilma?
the outfit choice that they nixed for Blade Runner, the original.
Very
it does
that.
look Blade Runner. Yeah.
Very nice.
Well, we love an Isley pair of
Ah,
shades,
cute.
but here's the thing. Here's the thing, Bosco. You are in your underwear and a raincoat, so
Yeah.
you're low key working in the rain, and I understand that because make your money, boo boo. But like, out of everybody's outfit, this is a chop compared to some of the girls this week. I'm
It
just
really
gonna have to
is.
say that.
Mm.
Like, it's a cute jacket, but a
Yeah.
cute jacket did not maketh the look.
But
But
it
the wig
looks
is
like
great.
she could take those shoulders off and then
I
go
was
and
just-
pick up groceries.
I was just thinking that.
Yeah.
And pick up groceries. Oh, so this is an ergonomic bag. Go ahead. She is from Seattle. So there you go.
True enough.
Recycle. Let us know, Bosco, if that's actually something that we could use at the grocery store, because I'll have one in a lavender color. please.
Professor X's public school.
The thing about that look that bothered me was Michelle criticizing it by calling it simple. And yet
Mhm.
Georges, in
Yeah.
a couple weeks ago with the cookie cutters and the draped fabric, that was very simple too, but
Yep.
loved that. So there was a discrepancy, and for me anyway, I was like, there's more going on in Bosco's outfit than Georges's. Now, mind you, Georges made that, and it's a different thing. And I liked what Georges wore, but it just sometimes there's a critique from the judge where it's like, okay, but not for that other girl,
You remember that comment about Michelle I said earlier, Wilma?
Mm.
Confusing.
I brought that up last week about how
Full
they
circle.
they kept getting at Carrie about relying on her body, but there were other girls that are doing the exact same thing and they haven't mentioned it.
It's a little bit inconsistent for me.
Yeah.
It's a
I'm
little bit funny.
afraid your average hold time is a little high. You need to bring that down. Now, bitty bitty bum bum, a little Selena, a little bit of Prince, a little flat soda in the chest department here. This is not my favorite look, even though I do like the wig, but I wasn't really a fan of the Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer nose. It's
Yeah.
giving a little cocainina.
Rickon, come on, Rickon.
Ooh,
It
Yeah.
looks like she
Rickon.
has it on backwards.
Puerto Rican.
I've
Wilma.
noticed a lot of girls doing this like rabbit nose, which is like very anime reminiscent, where like the tip of the nose is very red to kind of like make you look a bit younger, a little
Cocaine.
Ooh.
That's
Oh.
what it looks like.
That's what it looked like.
I don't disagree that that's
Like
what it looks
she
like.
slammed her face into the glass and right back to start. I'm ready for this runway. Just very that. Yeah. This is not my favorite makeup. This looks
No.
like she looks like a reindeer, low-key.
But that it was so wide in the front, it distracted me.
This look? No, I'm just kidding. Back to this.
It just
This
was
true.
so wide. Like if she were a cisgendered woman, it wouldn't have covered anything.
Oh, at all.
You know what I
The-
mean? Like it. So for me, when drag distracts me from, like, takes me out of it, then I think it's a fail. And I think that look would have been more impressive if it had been turned around and she was fully covered, and then
Mhm.
turned around and showed a bare back.
I can't
See?
stand seeing a flat chest like this. Like I just don't.
Geometric? What?
I just don't want to see this type of
The
like.
entire season.
Triggered.
The entire season.
Trigger.
That was geometric. She said, I will show you nipple and nothing but training bra.
That's true.
But speaking of flat, girl, Jasmine Kennedy.
Yeah.
I swear Lemon is living through you through this look here, the first
Right
season
there.
of Lemon, because Lemon got a censure in this. I hate how this gives stiff. It gives so stiff.
She
I
looked
love
like-
the wig though. It's young.
She looked
Yeah,
like
the wig was
Powerline.
gorgeous.
She looked like Powerline from a Goofy movie.
Yeah.
She said a villain for the Powerpuff Girls. I'm like, no, you're Buttercup when
Mm-mm.
she actually gave a fuck, and Blossom did her hair. You know what I'm saying? Like,
Yeah.
get your references together. Not Powerline looks good here. You think?
See?
But you
Exactly.
see her face, she looks significantly younger than she's ever looked on the runway.
I did appreciate that. You
Yeah.
know this.
Yeah,
this year
bangs
was
are
a
her
lot
friend.
better.
Bangs are-
Okay, girl. I mean, yeah, I was here for the black lip too. Not everybody can look good with a black lip.
No.
Yeah, I just don't like this neoprene is what it's giving, and it's also giving very
Just this head and shoulder is fine.
Give it a belt or something.
Yeah.
And
Right
it's
there.
so-
Pick it up.
yeah, like
You
it's
a train skirt, like a belted train skirt.
Something.
Yeah.
Something.
it needs a middle class. Okay, right now it's just, the upper and lower sides. Very that. It needs a balanced system.
Oh,
I did not like this, y'all.
So many people love this look, and I'm just like,
One of the villains in Attack on Titan, Diabetes, is next here.
I
Prepare
didn't
to.
mind this look.
What'd you say, Wilma?
I didn't mind it. It didn't offend me. I like that she utilized, like the same with Maddie Morphus, like a football shoulder pad.
See, and I was taken out of that a little bit just because I'm used to football pads, and for me,
Yeah.
I feel maybe I'm triggered, probably triggered by just seeing them.
Yeah.
I think for me, it's the baggy pant and the chunky Doc Martin boot that I'm getting from this that are bothering me.
Yeah.
And when she walks on the runway, it feels like she's about to hurt somebody.
It's Comic-Con, not DragCon.
Yeah, like, do you hear like the buildings shaking? Do you hear people are closing their businesses when she's like walking through? Like, it's scary sometimes.
I feel like James Majesty did it better on Dragula season 2.
Yes,
It's not giving what I need for the.
It is Tank Girl.
Yeah, she didn't take it far enough, and she forgot the drag. But
and Wilma, I think that's the issue. Is like she doesn't take this far enough, but it's like this is, I think, the type of drag she thinks she's giving consistently.
Yes,
this is, I think, who she thinks she believes she is, and maybe this is who she is. It's just not enough.
Yeah, that only child needs to play with others. That's all.
I will say this is nothing of Crystal Method sorts.
No,
nothing of it. So
absolutely
this is
not.
very diabolical of you. I love that.
And again, she lost the slapping fight.
Robert Pattinson walking in the dark with the new Batman. I can't.
Not Guile and drag.
Boy.
Listen. Sonic boom indeed. Moving forward and moving on from this, the judges panel has commenced. Decisions were made, and everyone's favorite barista was given a second win.
Yeah.
Do we agree with her winning over Deja Sky and Willow Pill?
Absolutely not.
I don't think so.
I thought
Absolutely
I
not.
like Deja more for some reason.
I think it
why.
should have been Deja's time. I think they should have given her
It
that
should have
round.
been.
Even out these numbers too, because it's a lot of babies up there with just stuff.
From a panel perspective, I think Deja was better. From a runner perspective, I think Deja did the assignment better than Bosco.
I agree. I felt that Bosco came off, although as funny as she was in the panel, very dry, very kind of controlled, whereas I felt that Deja was more personable.
She got deep. And whereas Bosco kept the comedy going for most of it.
Plus that wall of Chanel, I think, should give her extra points.
That wall of Chanel. Girl, in someone's thrift store, certainly. Now, Something's Got a Hold on Me by Etta James is a song that is played. Excuse me, I have to reword this because I need to give this all the credit. Like, hold on. Yeah, my finger holding on, baby. It's I got a little numb because I put it down, so I had to hold it back up. We're back. We're good again. I was like, wait, why am I feeling numb? The youngest babies in the competition doing Etta James, that's hilarious to me.
Hilarious.
Something's Got a Hold on Me of all the songs too. Yeah. Okay. A lot of people had some opinions about this. I know Jasmine fans were out in full force. Georgia's fans as well. I personally will give you mine, and then I'm going to give the panel their time here. Deja is definitely an all-stars contender. She's got the fire. I agree. In saying that I think Georgia's did better because Georgia's was doing movements from the 60s that came from the era of like where the song came from. There was a little dance. It was a lot more isolated. She was actually giving the judges time and attention a little bit more for me and not about the stunt work. Yeah. So once I saw this and then it went into this, I was like, oh, okay. So she's going to give a little bit of little something here. But I think Jasmine was also fun to watch too. Yeah. But that's where I'll stand on it. I'm a Libra. I don't want to hear it in my inbox. Let's start from the bottom and go to the top. Wilma, where were you at with this interpretation?
Who knew I was a bottom? I thought personally that Jasmine won it only because I feel Jasmine's more expressive, like the dancerness of her experience in life. She's more expressive with her body. Like even if she's just standing there, she does something interesting. Whereas I kind of felt that Georgia's over danced it a little. Like it's not a song that wants all that big movement. And I feel that if RuPaul had felt Georges had done better than Jasmine, Jasmine would have gone home. But because I think RuPaul also felt maybe Jasmine did better than Georges, that's why they both stayed.
That's a good point. Good point. See, Diggy, were you digging Georges or were you feeling the Kennedy effect?
I mean, I think I'm with RuPaul. Like, they both did a really good job, even though somebody needs to go home. This is like the third episode.
Yeah.
Right?
That word.
Yeah.
And it's just so impressive on their part because I'm sure both of them were born after 1997. And doing this Etta James song, it's just really impressive to me that they like really like hit the lip sync. So.
Okay. A blue wall, a blue pill. Blake?
So I've thought about this quite a bit, and initially I was like, Jasmine won the lip sync, and I still think that if I had to pick a winner, I think Jasmine won the lip sync.
Yeah.
However, I'm now sitting in the camp where like both these girls could have gone home. I don't really think that Georges. I feel like Georges was like, this is my third or fourth time here. I'm ready to go home. Like the writing's on the wall. And Jasmine's like, this is her third time, but like Jasmine also, I think to Wilma's point, gives you a little bit more energetically than what Georges gave. So I would give it to Jasmine if I had to pick a winner. If I was sitting in Rue's shoes, I would have sent both these girls home.
Okay.
That's an
Dooley,
opinion.
does it work for you?
Because somebody needs to go home.
Somebody definitely does need to go home. We still got chocolate to figure out and all other shenanigans. Like, this should not have been a double save. I would have chosen Georges to stay, probably for the reasons that you said, Matt. This is not a RuPaul stunt race, but we seem to have deviated there. And I personally don't think a bunch of stunts stringed together means that the lip sync was good. You know, like.
Oh, that was for C. Diggy. I'm sorry.
Oh no,
Thank
I'm just
you,
saying like the
Dooley.
high kick and then like that split that she did. It went with the song. It wasn't just like a useless stunt.
It's not that it's not useless. It's more
not
so the look at me effect of it all in reference for
Isn't that
when.
the point though?
Well,
Look at me.
I hear you, and then I don't see you. You see what I did there? Okay. Because for me, when I'm looking at this picture and I'm thinking of Etta James, I'm not imagining someone going into a split. I'm imagining someone like cutting a jig up.
Yeah,
you know what I mean?
That's not the vibe.
I'm imagining the juke joint. I imagine the chitlin circuit if you really want to go
that.
So like I see people like parlaying and dancing with each other and getting it in. But go ahead, Blake. I want the blue
She
wall.
said something during this lyric about like how her feet are not working correctly or whatever. And so like the split isn't like a split to be it. She's not falling into the split like most girls just fall into a split. Like she ends up in the split because she kind of has nowhere else to go besides the split after what she does from a gag perspective based on what the lyrics are.
No, it was cute. She showed that she can stretch her legs and people can put things inside of it. So yeah, I got that. I was here for it.
I mean,
If she had done a death drop, I think it would have been worse. But I like that it was a 3-stage. She kept to the music. She didn't do anything weird. She just went down, down, boom.
Yeah, I do it all the time at the club to let people know what I'm about. I do it all the time.
I get posts
all the time. Slam. Okay, like yes, it will go in. But yeah, I personally I enjoyed it. I was expecting the worst. But to me, I think they were living for Georges. I'm not. I had to show that because it was like, girl, Georges was over there cutting the fuck up. But I think they all did for what it's worth, for what we have seen before. We saw Jasmine the previous week not even be able to raise her leg up. Okay, so I was proud of her for getting that foot behind her head because I was like, I don't know what's going on here.
I'm surprised either of them did that well.
Yeah. But now,
I'm not.
Remember this, though. Etta James, Something's Got a Hold on Me was in Burlesque. Christina Aguilera sang it. So there's a whole group of people that know the song, but not necessarily Etta James.
You're talking to Jamar right now, Wilma. Whoo, you just mentioned his baby, Christina
I
Aguilera.
love me some Christina Aguilera. Come on.
Someone needs
Don't
to.
meet her, though. You don't want to meet her.
Oh, see, Diggy, don't break someone's heart.
Girl, can't break me. Can't phase me at this point, bitch.
I know you're a K Michelle fan. All right, let's move forward here.
Who said that?
Scotty. All right, so we're gonna go ahead and get it on in. I didn't care for Untucked. We're finished with this episode, y'all. Da-da-da-da-da-da. It was deep. There was some times we talked about it throughout. We're also running at the 2-hour marker here. But I did want to get into Drag Race France. We did get an announcement that Nikki Doll is the main host and judge on the show, with Kitty Smile from the ballroom scene, darling. And Daphne, I always mess up the U with the dots on the up. Is it Berkey, Bookie, Berkey, Beak. I'll get it right when it's there, y'all. But this is your judges panel for when we get there. There's no date yet. The cast has not been announced. Please calm down. There are 20 more drag races you'll be able to watch before this one gets its due. I promise you. We got Philippines coming up, supposedly. A winter season coming up, allegedly. All-Star 7 is being casted now. Allegedly.
Canada versus the world, allegedly.
UK season 4. Allegedly. That's around the corner. Season 2 of Drag Race Down Under is going to be this year.
Yeah,
Stars on March. God.
Did you already say Italia?
3. Oh yeah, Italia got booked for another season, so there's going to be season 2 of that. Yeah, I won't be broke, so I'm fine.
I will say, I'm hoping that this is really interesting, considering the ball scene in France is huge. It's huge. I'm hoping for the best in terms of
they got to bring some people from the ball scene. Yes, Blake, they got to bring them from the ball scene. Don't just bring some regular degulas up in there. No, we need girls to cut up because, well, we don't need it down under season 1.
Girl, you know they reaching out to Nico Tortorella right now. Girl, you know what it's gonna be.
How do y'all think she's gonna do?
I think she will do great. I was bothered reading the comments as what people felt about Nikki Doll. I was kind of bothered. Like the girls were trying to drag, and I was like, y'all do realize these drag queens were on the show for years ago, and their careers continue to move forward.
And hers was moving. She was still doing stuff and being asked to be on. She also did the pit stop. She also did fashion photo review. Nikki's interesting.
Yeah, y'all like Drag Race. Y'all don't like drag, and that's the problem. Y'all got to get into what these girls are doing. Because they
feel like, if they were early out, they shouldn't be allowed to do anything.
Which Trixie was an early out and then ended up being y'all's most followed queen. And she was literally dragged for her makeup. And now y'all trying to look like you got beat up. I don't understand it.
I just don't want her to be like a RuPaul wannabe, for Canada.
Like Fred Burger in Holland. Excuse me.
Oh God.
I think Nikki's interesting enough in her own right to not be like a RuPaul wannabe at all.
It'll be the runways. That will.
And I think that's where Nikki's gonna lean into. Like Nikki's a fashion girl. It's gonna be about the runway for her.
I've heard it was gonna be in English and in French. So it's not going to be all the way in French. So it's possible that it's going to be a mixture. I may be wrong. I'm giving you a little bit of knowledge that I know. I'm not trying to give too much away. But yeah. I heard about Nikki a while ago. Kept that good little secret. I'm glad she's getting her dues. A lot of the Drag Race queens need it, especially the ones that went home early. Like Tempest du Jour, it was lovely to see you for a challenge this year, but you deserve to have an all-star spot to try that again. James Mansfield as well. You've done your dues. A lot of these babies have actually kept the social media game running for Drag Race.
Charlie Hyde?
No, we don't need to see Charlie again. We good.
Charlie, listen, that IBS is going to keep her away from coming there, honey, okay? Since it was either the broken rib or the diarrhea that stopped her from lip syncing that night. We don't need it. We don't need it, baby. But Activia will do. The last point I want to make here, not to talk about it too much, but sort of to give it a little light because I saw it last night, and not to give anything away. If you haven't seen a movie this weekend or this week and you have time and you have 3 hours...
Is it 3 hours?
Wilma, but when I tell you, for me, the story was so enthralling and good that I didn't get lost in what was happening because it was a true detective story. Like there kept being more layers and layers opening up, and then it was almost like, who am I focusing on? And they didn't even say the Batman that often. It was interesting. It felt like a real detective film. So I would suggest watching it. Definitely no spoilers for me. I was very entertained throughout. I went to the movie at 8:30 and left at 12 o'clock in the morning. It was worth it. There is no end credit scene that's worth staying for, so I'm gonna promise you that. So you don't do what you need to do there, because girl, it's really not that big of a deal. But I will say, for what it's worth, I was very, very entertained. And look, my friend there was with me, most definitely. It was great. We had a good time. There was a child that was yelling in the movies, though. That had.
Oh, so they would have got put out. I would have.
Oh no! Jeff's boyfriend walked straight up to them. He didn't even tell us what he said. He said, "I won't tell you what I said," but he walked up. 1 minute, came back. That baby was quiet the whole movie. I said, "What you say? Don't worry about it."
What's a baby doing at the theater at 8 p.m. to midnight?
Wilma.
Put a muzzle on that thing.
Seriously.
At a Batman film. This baby was like,
they out here.
like 6 years old. Just, what are they doing? The whole movie. Oh, that's Catwoman, right? That's right?
Oh no!
Sounds very Star Southfield.
Why is her hair so short?
It do.
Ooh, don't do
Only
that.
child.
It do.
Don't do that.
Wilma, the only child that was not. I can't. But yeah, you'll enjoy the movie. There were some long parts in it, but as well. But yeah, it was very entertaining for the most part. So I would definitely check it out. Y'all, that's our panel for today. We had over 1,000 of y'all up in this piece at one time, so we thank you so much for tuning in. Wilma, thank you so much for being here. I appreciate you. Thank you
so much for having me. I was just thrilled. A bunch of my Patreoners had said, "Oh, you were mentioned on that. He's having you on. You're supposed to be on next week." And I'm like, I've heard nothing.
I had someone literally send me this very interesting message like, "Maddie, you said she'd be on this week. Da, 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 da." And I was like, baby, I literally went to Atlanta. I had to switch everything over to the next week because that's when Justin came in. And
yeah, don't piss off my finger-doers.
Same for the rant packers, okay? Because they like to pack a lot, okay? Thank you. Now, Finger, thank you for holding it down. You're going to get some sort of medication that is not legal in certain states. But here we go. Now, Jamar, social medias. What? Jamar, social medias.
I'm being stupid. I'm being dumb.
Okay, so you can find me on all social media, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, and Jamar84, with the exception of TikTok, which is Jamar840. Support Black business. Join lookexquisite.com. On my Instagram and in my link bio, the palette is coming out on March 16th. Also, Online Dating for Men by Watch ACTV is coming out on March 16th as well on the Watch ACTV app. Check us out. Great stuff coming.
Awesome blossom. Thank you, Jamar84. I am going to be ordering food to rebalance my blood in my body. Julie, if you could give us your social medias for us, please.
Get you some zinc and some
yeah.
What are my social medias? You can find me on Instagram at Dooley__noted. I would say as presented below, but I changed that. So now it's DOOLEY__NOTED for all of my content. Or Dooley does food solely for food pics. You can find me on Twitter at _DooleyNoted_. And then like, share, comment, subscribe. Follow me over at Dooley Does Food. Yes, Blake, this is my take from Inner Hoe Uprising. I love those girls. They are amazing.
Yeah, shout out to the Inner Hoes.
I should say folks. I should not say girls.
Folks. FOLX.
Say folks.
Yeah, shout out to Sam. I love her.
Hey, Sam.
Thank you, Dooley, for your social medias. A blue wall. Do you want anyone to find you?
I don't.
Okay.
But if you feel inclined.
Okay.
It's Instagram Rowley or Bark_1 or Twitter BA_Rowley86.
Yeah, he totally looks excited to hear from y'all. Okay. So womp. Okay.
Womp.
See Diggy with the rest of the Scarlet Witch team pull together and give your social medias, please.
Yeah. How do I follow that? C Diggy1 on Twitter, Instagram, and YouTube. You can find me on Pop Roast, Alexander Rogers. The podcast is also available on Spotify and Apple. What else? Patreon. Patreon.com/CDiggy1 for more personal shit. And that's it.
You want the dark stuff? You want the nasty? Patreon, C Diggy. Stop asking me for his nudes.
Yep.
Okay. I don't have them. I haven't been given them. Wilma, thank you so much for being here, my love.
Oh, my pleasure.
Medias, please.
My Instagram is the Wilma Fingerdoo with 2 O's. My Twitter is at W Fingerdoo with 2 O's. And then, of course, the Wilma Fingerdoo review on YouTube.
Thank you, Wilma. And don't forget, all of that's in the description section for all of them with their link trees, except for the one that doesn't want to be found, available that I put up with copy and pasting. I'm giving you everything. I think I did. I gave blood too today at this point, at least to the sink. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. You already know where to find me. Okay, bag of chips. When she was doing Tony Braxton.
What the hell was that?
I said now, bag of
hate her
that
for
comes
that.
off a little weird, girl. That's
I
the
hate her
only
for
thing that you could
that.
reference from of all the things.
There's a huge difference between bag of chips and her wet lip and Tony Braxton anything.
I wanted to give that silence. Oh, I wanted to give that silence because there was some gravitas in that one, Wilma. See, that red wig got you here. That's what that is. That's all that heat from the Wendy's grill. Yes, baby. Square patty. Go in.
I just need the ponytails.
I'm telling you, and a little bit of Dave. Oh, we miss Dave. Oh, y'all remember Dave from Wendy's? Yeah.
Dave Thomas.
Yeah. See, that's for the older girls. Y'all don't know about that, you new babies with your NFCs and shit. Linktree me, grab a branch, eat a fruit, Activia, poop, be regular, do everything else. I love y'all so much. Wilma, thanks again. We're gonna have you back soon, baby. Next, let's do April. Let's do you in April. Yeah, let's
all right.
Let's do April.
My
all right,
birthday's
y'all.
in April.
Oh, well, there you. Good time to do it then. That way we can put up things and folks can do all that kind of shit. Listen, I have the globe up. I didn't even mean to do that, but now it works because Wilma's in Canada. Look at me. Thanks for tuning in, everyone. Have yourselves a great and blessed day. Remember to love yourselves first. Remember to be kind on yourselves. You woke up today. You already started something really big, okay? We'll see you next time. Puss, puss, listen, all that good shit. This has been The Panel.
Listen.